There was certainly, it wasn't a big glass floor, I remember that, so. Been on the glass floor of the Eiffel Tower, the Blackpool Tower, and the, oh God, what's the fucking thing called? Sky Tower, New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sainsbury's that my daughter works at, that's just up the road.
Yeah.
I phoned her earlier, she meant to be working. Don't bother coming in, because there's been a car on fire in the car park, which is all part of the same building. And they believe it may have done structural damage, so they'd had to evacuate the place and everything. And it's a huge supermarket as well.
Electric car by any chance?
I was wondering that. I said that to my missus. I wonder if it's an electric one.
Bet it is.
When they go up, they bloody go up, don't they?
Yeah. Even when you put them out, they can start again.
Yeah.
My dad's just got his fucking Chinese fucking electric car or something or other. And they were raving about it the other day because I've been in contact with my dad for the first time in God knows how long. And I turned around and said, I said, I don't care, Dad. He says, what do you mean you don't care? I says, you have always been a petrol head. You've always said you're a petrol head. I don't care if it's going to blow up or not. You've let me down.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid electric cars.
Electric as shit.
I don't even see the point. I really do not see the point.
It won't work. It won't work.
Well, if you've got planes flying around and all that bollocks, it's going to make no dent into the fucking carbon footprint and shit.
Well, it isn't anyway because they're lithium powered, you know.
Oh, there you go then.
Yeah, it's a waste of time, you know.
They make as much pollution doing the bloody batteries and everything as they do somebody running a diesel car.
Exactly. And how are they going to plug them all in if the whole world has them? Are you going to, people who live in high-rise flats, how are they going to plug their cars in?
Yeah, big fucking electric car park, innit? You can't go, we've gave you 2 slots when it's a building full of 200 people.
Exactly. And when the batteries go dead, then what do you do? You know, car scrap. Car scrap, what, another 60,000 for another Tesla? Oh yeah, go on then. But from Elon Musk's mouth himself, they've already sorted out hydrogen. They've already made a car that will run 200 plus miles on 30 litres of water, and it's been confiscated by the government, the car and all the plans, because they don't want hydrogen cars.
Yeah, but is hydrogen not going to be better?
Yeah, but they can't tax it.
Right. So this is problem with the fucking world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to go greener. We need to go greener.
Do we though? Yeah.
No, but in their eyes, you're in their eyes.
Yeah.
We need to go greener. We need to save the planet, right?
That's what they want to tell you. Yeah. That we need to go greener. Yeah.
What can we do to go greener? Well, Elon Musk's come up with this idea for hydrogen cars. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Are they taxable? No. Fuck him off then.
Oh, there you go.
It is all a load of fucking bollocks at times. Governments across the world, it's not just our fucking government, they're all shit. They're all lying cunts who want the selfish bastards.
Absolutely. The whole world is wants you to think that the greener. Do you think the world might be just warming up because it's still recovering from an ice age?
Yeah,
maybe. You know?
The annoying thing about it is as well, right? Is none of this when we were younger, like when you'd have been, you know, in mine and Dan's age. None of this for a thing that you ever heard of on news massively, were it?
Well, if you go back and look in the 80s, they started dripping on about the ozone layer and so on and so forth. Well, we managed to stabilise that, right? But they said in the 70s that we'd run out of oil in 20 years' time, you know. And they say every decade we're going to run out of oil, we're going to run out of oil, this is going to happen, that's going to happen in 20 years' time, and still we go on pretty much the same as we always have, and it doesn't happen, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, don't tell me that we've made massive changes.
The thing is,
to our environment, because we really haven't.
They want to inform. They want to make people informed. They want to keep the news fucking running. They want to keep stuff like that going where they just fill people's head of shit.
Yeah.
And there is plenty of people in this world that will go, "Oh, did you hear this on the news? And it's so believable." And they'll try and convince you that it's believable, and it's like,
The government want you to do as you're told, basically. So they control that with media.
yeah. That's why the BBC is as corrupt as it is.
Yeah.
In this country, because they can control the BBC and you know, make you believe that's what's the case and that's what's happening and this, that, the other, and yeah.
Yep, it's all a massive conspiracy.
To be more worried about all the bloody
The wars.
so-called refugees.
Oh, they're refugees.
Have you seen how many hotels around the country are being used for them?
Yeah.
I saw something the other day on Channel 4 newswoman was saying to this Polish bloke, how many Muslims have you taken? He's like, none. And then he tried to justify it by going, but we took so many Ukrainians. It's like, oh, well done. You know, you took them because they're being, you know, their country's being fucked over. But you took none of these cunts. And arguably, I'd have turned around and said, we've took off your cunts and all.
Yeah. It's who's paying for it?
We are.
Who's
Taxpayers.
paying?
Taxpayers.
Exactly.
The taxpayers putting them up in an hotel, feeding them.
Yep.
And the stupid thing is, right, and I used to moan seeing Mazda be a cunt when he used to live at my mum and dad's, be a lazy cunt when he used to be on job seekers allowance. An hour at work all the time. I used to be like, you know, you do my fucking head in, you are. They're getting treated far better than people on our universal credits and job seekers and stuff. And they're our own fucking people.
Yeah.
Pick any subject you want, any subject you like, and the government have got their finger in it.
Yeah.
You know, manipulating it.
It's just bad. Nowadays, and half the stuff you see, social media doesn't help neither. Filling your head with shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because the amount of fake news that you now see that people will believe being shared around social media.
Yeah. It suddenly becomes gospel even though it's little bollocks. Must be right, it was on Facebook.
Yep, it must be real.
Right. I'm going to go into the comms box. Kelly.
Yes, Matthew.
See you on the podium.
You certainly will. I'll see you on the podium.
Enjoy your 150th, mate. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah.
Peenie!
Matthew.
Whoa, go on. Peenie Motorsport. Peenie
I'm gonna say
Motorsport.
it, but DJ Field uses the analog stick, right? Just there.
I
He's
don't.
correcting on the straight.
No,
He's
I
going
think
left
he
and
uses the arrow.
right. Well,
He's,
if he uses D-pad,
mate, he sent me a picture before. I genuinely think he uses D-pad. And you look at how he drives, he's constantly correcting all the time.
yeah, you do that in a real car, you're gonna fucking crash.
I reckon this is why he's so bad, you know, at times.
Rip is in a hypertext stream at the moment.
You know, worst thing is, don't you, right? Fucking, you've got Phil that when he uses his wheel, because he doesn't think he's any good, because it feels different to him, he's not sticking with it, do you know what I mean? And he's not giving it a proper go. And then he goes and uses its D-pad and thinks, oh, that feels much more comfortable, look, I'm much more at home. Did Dan just hit Kelly? I genuinely think Dan's just hit Kelly. I don't know where fucking Ben is. I hope Ben's coming.
No, I'm not. I'm here, aren't I? So you've got, at least you've got co-commentator.
Yeah, thank fuck.
Even though I'm not very good. Yeah, I'm better than Paul TV, so don't fall asleep.
Well, bonus is Tiarika is now being kicked. He's not responded for 3 times, and the bonus is I've already found his replacement.
Yep.
So.
Me. Oh, Ben is here. He's just
Oh
on the
no,
line.
someone. Yeah, he's just trying party. Someone's literally done their laps times, and he was like borderline pro am, but he says Wednesday nights are better for him. So I said, right, go on, go with pro am. If you're a challenger for Dan, go on, mate. You won't be able to race this week. It will be next week. Ben, are we coming through your telly?
I'll swap them on proper headset now anyway.
Because I can hear us.
Right, check.
Yeah, not. Your other mic was better, but yeah.
Oh, that's my controller. Hang on 1 sec.
I was going to say. Fuck off.
There we go. It did switch.
I was going to say, that mic check. Yeah, that sounds worse, mate.
Oh, good. I sound like something from the 80s. Yeah. Classic
Whoa.
Ronnie Walker comment. Oh, Dan just wiped out Kelly.
What's up? No, not just yet. Jamie, why? What's up? Right, 2 seconds, PM.
Yeah. Oh. Hi Benny, bye Benny, hi Benny, bye. Oh, don't tell me you're having internets again, are you? Oh, that's your hyphen. Are you connected, Ben? I can hear PS4 noises. Come on, Jag.
Never fear.
Never fear. Tracy just put in the YouTube chat. Come on, Tim. So I was like, he's racing tomorrow.
Right,
Thank
who's
you.
missing?
He just informed me.
Right, no Max.
No Max. What a surprise. Oh, come on. That's for 3 races now. He ain't raced, so he's gone as well.
No Leon. Shoemaker, yes. DJ, yes. Just Game Reveal,
Oh.
yes. Hypertech, yes.
Ow.
Ben, your mic.
My fucking headset doesn't work.
Hypertech, Ant. Noza. Dennis, yeah. Kishanyaki, yeah.
Ant's in.
Ant's in, whoops.
My headset doesn't work.
Ah.
That's the issue.
At least my mic is okay. I
Yeah,
can, but it's on my TV. I'll...
Yeah. 15 there.
Ah, fuck me.
If you can't do tonight, buddy, you can't do tonight, mate. That's one of them things.
I can.
Sekulovic. $15 they should be. Can't believe the fucking cameras are still not working, man.
It's been 2 weeks.
Hey, it's
as
doing
well.
my head in.
I'm on the far enough chase you can get, the chase cam. And
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm on.
It's just horrible. Hey, did you see the Merc in the pits with 999 on it?
No?
That's me. Mercedes safety car. In red, 999 on the side.
Right, we'll go live in a short moment.
So,
Shit, anti shut stream around properly, yeah. Right. James wanted me to set his wheel up so we could fucking go and practice some ACC. Ooh.
yeah, if you can't do it, Benny, don't worry about it. Ends it.
Yeah, it's one of them. Oh, I hope Dan gets a podium today. I hope Dan, yeah. And to celebrate 2 months till Christmas on All for Dub 16 wins again.
But then, if it's Daz, it could be a day in paradise.
Yeah. Dan's looking quick, man. But that could just be quali fuel.
Oh.
Yeah.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is there an echo? Because I had to put you
There
on
is
my
a,
speaker
yeah, there
because
is
my
a
headset won't
slight
work.
echo, yeah.
I had to
Not
put you on
necessarily
my
echo, but
speaker.
like a little delay, and then we can hear us.
Shit.
So,
I don't know, my headset doesn't want to work.
Or
somehow.
when you can tell when you plug your headset in because it literally just starts buzzing. Get like a like someone screwing up paper down the microphone.
I tried to sort it out.
Right, we'll go live in 20 seconds. Whoever's on my personal stream, go and head over to Simplay Motorsport. It's live on YouTube.
Yes, it works.
Ah, sweet.
Somehow.
18 seconds. You going to miss me tomorrow night, Ben?
I will.
Yeah.
It was a good scrap.
Monza was brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 4, 3. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport as we get ready to go live for the Imola Pro-Am race. I'm your host, Matthew Duffin, joined in the commentary box, as always, by my partner in crime, Ben Varga. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening.
Are we well?
I am.
Good to hear. And we're also joined tonight by... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I just had some audio issues, but it's fine at this moment.
Hopefully all sorts for the rest of the night. We're also joined in the commentary box by your pro commentator and our GT4 and AM driver, that is PN Motorsport. Good evening, PN.
Good evening, Matt.
Again, we start off the evening as always. We apologise for the camera angles. Broadcasting still isn't working on the PS4 version. We are still continuously and tirelessly working to get this fixed, ready to go to bring you the camera angles back as normal. It's not looking great though at the minute. We are currently 4 drivers missing off of the grid so far as well, so hopefully they will be around to get back onto the grid. But we're here, it is Imola, and it is great to see the track going. A historic circuit that has caused many great race and sad time over the years. But you don't see a lot of GT racing go around Imola. We're excited to be here this evening.
Well, I've been here for 2 nights already, so I don't know what everyone's on about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from my side, it's a track that I love. So I'm looking for a really exciting race for tonight and for tomorrow.
You'll miss me tomorrow, we've just been saying off air, Ben.
Yeah, I will, definitely.
No great big brown and green Bentley in your mirrors this week.
Yeah.
I'll be back next week. Obviously, you'll be looking forward to next week as well, won't you? Home race again?
Of course.
Yeah.
Home race, yeah. It's always
home
good.
Race, and then we go from your home race to my home race, Donington Park. So it's all brilliant. We are here at Imola, though. It is week 3. Obviously, we had the week's break last week due to admins and broadcasters being away. But this is how your championship looks then. The Manufacturers' Championship is taking a very interesting turn. But as we know, there's no Audis in AM. So the Audis have their chance to claw points back tonight and on Thursday. There is also no Bentleys on the grid at the moment tonight, and there is one less Bentley on the grid tomorrow, so Audi have a chance to gain points. But Bentley lead the way, 121 points clear of Audi, with McLaren in second place. Then it is Ferrari behind them. Honda are down in P5, Porsche 6th, Lexus 7th, Jaguar in 8th with BMW 9th, Aston Martin 10th with Mercedes 11th, and Nissan down in 12th place. Excuse me. You'll have to put up with a bit of coughing as well tonight. I am suffering with a cold, and I'm having to rest the voice a little bit ready for work at the weekend. But the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship, with 568 drivers' points left up for grabs, it is unorthodox. Currently second place out there at the moment, is currently 52 points ahead of Daz Automatic in second place. Sutty Apex, not here tonight, is P3. And really the surprise of the season of KLF is currently P4 at this moment in time. Sekulovic is P5. He's not out there as well at the moment, with Kishanyika absolutely nailing things at the moment, P6. We have to apologise to Kishanyika. I left him as Dutch on the recent tables and forgot to change his flag to the Hungarian flag. I also have to apologise to Danik because I left the Italian flag instead of the Mexican flag, so apologies to them drivers for my error on the tables. Dennis Newman is P7, said he was struggling in the week with the Honda this season, but currently P7 in the championship. Noza, not yet in the lobby, is P8. Ant, he is currently sitting in P9 with his teammate Ginger Bush, who's not able to race tonight, P10. Bryn is P11 at the minute from Hypertech, P12. Just Gaming Real had a good debut the other week. He's currently sat P4 in the lobby at the moment. He's P13 after a good debut at Monza 2 weeks ago. DJ Phil is down the order, and he is P14. Lucas Roth not able to race tonight. He's got a broken television. He's P15. With Shoemaker back to do the business tonight, P16. No Monkey Boy, he's P17. No Leon Fernie yet in the lobby. He's P18. And Max Mulder bringing up the rear. We have lost Ninja from the championship, and then that means he will now be dropped. And what it means then is we will have a new driver in for next week, as we have a replacement for him already. 1,064 points up for grabs in the Constructors' Championship. It is Audio Sports who lead the way, 93 clear of KD Racing with Dynaco Racing P3. Switchback Racing Team are P4 with Greasy Bandit Racing P5. Worst Pace Scenario P6 and the Barry the Cat Racing Team P7. Pierre, I'll come to you first. Obviously, you've seen Kelly race quite a bit over the years of Simplay Motorsport. P4 in Pro-Am. Are we surprised by that with Kelly? We obviously know the guy can drive. He's one of the hardest defenders at Simplay, but in this Pro-Am league, does that surprise us? He's P4 at the moment?
No, not really. Kelly's very, very good driver in GT3 cars. And plus teaming with Dan as well, his little boy. As we could say, and that's a really strong team. Really strong. Yeah.
It is a really strong team. Sorry, just got a message from Noza. He is now getting on. Still no Max Mulder, or Leo Fernie, or Sekulovic. So they've got a chance to still get into the lobby. And, well, yeah, this is not the way you'd want it to go. Sekulovic also has a qualifying ban for this week, which you will... If he's not here, that'll get carried over to the Hungaroring next week. Also, little bit of maintenance for everybody today. Kelly, race 1, 150th race here at Simplay Motorsport. What a job what he has done over the years. He's been a fantastic driver for us. As we mentioned, he's sitting in that P4 spot in the championship. 150 races. Ben, 150 races, that's a fantastic achievement for KLF.
Yeah. I'm just messing with my audio. Sorry for a moment.
No, you're fine. So, Pierre, while Ben sorts his audio out, I'm just going to come to you. 150 appearance for Kelly. You've obviously... that's your next milestone, should I say. 150, though, for Kelly. That's a massive achievement for KLF.
It is a really long may they continue. Well, as long as we stay on PS4, that is. With... I'm just checking my voice settings are coming out on stream briefly. Yeah, they are. I wasn't sure they were.
Yeah, so we've got Kelly this evening. He'll make his 150th race. We've got Dean Wasocki after last night got to 199. DJ Phil's nearing the 300 mark. DJ Phil nearing 300 race starts. That's another huge one, Phil.
Yeah, it is, and well, he races everything we do.
He does, doesn't he? And this is testament to DJ Phil. He may not be the quickest, may not win every week, may not be on the podium every week, but he turns up every week.
He does. He turns up. He rarely has time off unless he has to go shopping.
Yeah.
One of them for F1. And yeah, but he's always here, still trying.
We say good evening to Tracy in the chat as Nose is now in the lobby. Also to Micro J's. Good evening to Jay. Evening, good luck, Daz. There's a win in the air tonight. Oh, interesting. Evening to the Ripper as well as Bethany and Duffin in the chat. Peaceful Explosion, Ema Kizzle, Fury's Grandad and Hypertech in there as well. There's a win in the air tonight for Daz. Well, looking at the pace, Ben, you'd say Daz is sitting pretty comfortable at the top of this leaderboard.
Well, he's quick, but I cannot judge from my side because I didn't have a chance to drive here yet with the Jag.
Oh.
brand new.
Going in blind.
I will, and of course I think I have a test session with after this race. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. What can I do with it? But of course he's quick because back then, a few years ago with the McLaren, I did 43s, so he's quick.
Yeah, that's quick. 43s. Dan 4/10 off the back of him. Do you feel tonight that PN that Dan half a second off? We don't know if that is race fuel or qualifying fuel, but do we feel that this could be a chance to Daz to finally get that win over Dan?
Yeah, let's just hope Daz put enough fuel in the car. and make sure all the petrol stations around Imola are well supplied. For Daz's Audi, he is here. He ain't gonna live down running that fuel and race one at, where was it, Kyle Army?
Kyle Army, yeah, no, it was Kyle Army, yeah. Well, me and Daz have actually been racing on the PS5 version on another league on a Sunday night, and you know, I've been taking my fuel tips from him. I don't know why, but I have been, which has been interesting to go. We've not run out of fuel yet. Oh,
the service.
Right, okay, we've just had a disconnection on the server. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back momentarily while we get this sorted. We've just had a disconnection on the server. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back momentarily while we get this sorted. I hope this isn't G-Portal or ACC being cunts again. Because if that's booted,
I almost started
I've
blaming
got to
my
do
life.
We need to edit at respect to 60-minute practice.
How long was left?
And it happened to the drivers too.
6 minutes. So
6 minutes. Right.
Okay, damn it.
I just looked at the server's back up.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, fuck. You know what this means, don't you?
What's that? I laugh if we get the cameras back. And my safety car-esque Mercedes GT3 cars, they're ready. 999 on the floor side.
This is where fucking spectator cameras work, innit?
Yep. And we'd be like, hallelujah.
Nope. Nope. Fuck's sake.
This is great, isn't it?
It's a great start.
Because I thought something was about to happen because Phil's car went all DeLorean and went in the air when I was watching him. Phil must use D-pad.
See, Max and Leon have now even fucked the server up even more. The grid order.
Yeah.
Grid order set for those who haven't confirmed. Them two haven't turned fucking up yet.
Well, if they don't turn up, that's definitely a strike, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike's just said that in the admin chat. Right. Okay.
And I've just furthered it, so that's 3 admins. So.
To that. Full screen view. Right.
No,
5,
spectator
4,
view won't work.
3. Welcome back. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for that little interruption. We are now back. We are now live as well with all the action. Practice shortened 6 minutes, which means for the drivers who got the track into a optimum range, that has now gone.
Yep. And that's a bit unfortunate, but the joys of online e-racing, really.
Yeah, this is what we have to deal with esports racing. Right then, I'm going to pick your brains. We've got a race 1 winner. In fact, the grid order. I need to go through the grid order. We are missing 1 driver. We did have 12 winners it. So I don't know who is missing at the minute. Max and Leon Fernie yet to turn up, which means Shoemaker will be pole position. DJ Phil will then start 2nd place with Just Gaming Real will be in 3rd. Hypertech will be 4th with Ant in 5th. Noza will then be in P6 before Dennis Newman P7. It is Dennis Newman who is not yet in the lobby. KLF will be 10th. Sorry, Kishenyuk will be 10th. KLF 11th. Dan 12th. Daz 12th. Dan 13th. Bryn 14th. And Sekulovic, if he turns up, 15th place here then. So that is your grid order. Who do we think is going to win this first race?
Who do we put the cursor on again?
Yeah.
Dan.
Ben?
Let's go Shoemaker for the win, just to say something different.
Shoemaker for the win. I'm gonna go just gaming real from third.
He's a new guy, is he?
Yeah, he was the guy at the BMW at the Beckett Monza. I'm gonna go just gaming real.
Oh, okay.
Come on, ACC, please fix these cameras.
Yeah, we'd love these cameras to be fixed. Right, so there is just Dennis Newman, who is not yet back in the lobby. Hopefully he gets himself back in. So that is who we think is going to win the race. Let's get the poll out now again. We apologise for these cameras. We hope to have them back as soon as possible. It is making our job very, very difficult at the moment.
It is indeed, and me and Dan first experienced it nearly 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks tomorrow, wasn't it, that you experienced it?
Yeah, for the last time out when we were at Monza.
Because it was all working fine on Wednesday. We had the problem on the Monza Wednesday where we had to jump in Discord because PlayStation got a little upset. Remember we had to join the Discord call for commentary at Monza? And then,
yeah, we do.
And then we come back...
It was interesting.
It was interesting. Then the next night, you know... This happened with the cameras.
Yeah, first it was PSN and now it's ACC.
Yeah, but it's only the PS4 version of ACC because I changed our server to the PS5 version. All works fine. As we say, good evening to Ant in the chat as well. So there's been no inkling though to say it is, that ACC have turned off the PS4 stuff. You'd have thought they'd have posted something about changing it, but they haven't said a word. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully,
they're busy working on the Nordschleife.
Well, they are. Christmas is 2 months away. Unorthodox keeps telling me. So hopefully some people get a PS5 for Christmas.
What? I'm going to get another one? Oh, that's too kind. I wouldn't say no. Someone did turn up and go, happy birthday. Well, actually, my birthday's near Christmas as well, so happy birthday, Phil. Here, have this. Oh, okay. Another PS5. I might spare some up though.
Oh, Dennis is actually in the lobby, but has sent me a picture and can only see DJ Phil Kelly in the Pro-Am event page. So, yeah, Dennis is actually in the lobby.
I've got everyone on my screen. Apart from us three. Because I can't.
Yeah, indeed, me too.
Well, we hope we don't have to cancel this season because this would be a real shame.
It would be.
We hope we can carry this on. We hope we can. You just kind of feel that your hand's being forced a little bit, isn't it, by all these server problems? Is this now a problem for certain drivers trying to join the lobbies now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's wait and see. We hope not.
As we move into quality.
Yes, we now get into our qualifying part of the day where everybody's going to try and qualify and we'll see if they can or not.
For 1 minute, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, it is 1 minute. Yeah, apologies, sorry, I'm just trying to...
It's not like we have to set the cameras now because we're all stuck in chase cam anyway.
Well, yeah.
Whereas Dan's going out on track to get a bit of TV time.
Yep, cheers Dan. Sorry, I'm just trying to help Dennis Newman hopefully get
that Audi looks good. Not gonna lie.
No, it's too white, too much white on it.
I believe we can see Dennis Newman in the list now. His name's just
yes.
appeared.
There we go.
Well, his numbers just appeared anyway.
Yeah, but I cannot switch to him.
Yeah, because he's still coming in the lobby at the moment, so... Is he in now? Is his name there? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Can we now switch to him? Yes, he's now in the lobby, so that's brilliant. Beautiful. If Dan had kindly returned to pits, that would end this little run of this.
But Dennis has got in.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing here, is Dennis has got into the lobby. That's the biggest thing here tonight. Right, doesn't look like there's any Max Mulder or Leon Fernie. Fantastic.
You sarcastically love to see it, don't you?
It's just getting a little irritating now, isn't it? With people just starting to
It is.
not inform you on certain decisions, and press. We're all busy. We all have lives to live. We all have things outside of the racing.
90% of us are all adults. Like Noza and Shoemaker are kids.
Yeah, but when you're trying to do something and you're trying to put on a show for things, it's just a little irritating when people don't give you what you need. It is annoying, and we see what happens. But right, we're going to get into the race. Everybody's got their predictions. There is a poll out at the minute. So far, it is going 50% of the way to Daz. That's interesting then. The poll choosing Daz at the moment. PN, you went Dan. Ben, you went Shoemaker. I've gone Just Gaming Real.
Yep. So, let's see if Pro-Am can get the reverse grid right. I think we managed in GT4s, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
GT4s went fine.
Maybe because I was shouting at everyone in the stream to get in the right position.
Now there you go. Look, if we go on board Ant, you can see Ben's Jaguar hanging out the back, black and gold.
Ah, yeah.
If we go on board Dennis Newman, you can see my green and brown Bentley. If we go on board Just Gaming Real, you kind of get in you're getting more BMW there than Mercedes. You can see it if you go on board Dennis Newman. You can see the side of PN's 999 red Mercedes.
Yeah, we're inside their cars. It's great.
This is what we're dealing with at the moment. The spectator thing is going to then put us into the pits as they get going, and it's just causing us a headache. This is the problems we are dealing with at the moment, like we say. So please bear with us. Good evening to Aidan Bennett in the chat. Hope you're well, buddy. It's been a while.
20 seconds.
That's one hell of a car merge, isn't it? BMW and Mercedes. Safety car. Simplay safety car.
The Simplay safety car. I'm not going to press drive because that'll be the worst thing we could possibly do right now. God knows what would happen.
Yes.
Well, we could follow and just go straight into the pits.
And now I'm in the pits.
There we go. Right, so now we can change driver.
Start.
Oh, he has. Well, there goes my pick for the win.
The curse is real, chat.
There goes my pick for the win. Right, so now Just Gaming Real's not going to line up on the grid. It should be Shoemaker to take pole position. We just await for this.
He is moving up there. Yeah, he's not in front of Phil.
He is now in position. It then should be DJ Phil Green. It is. It should have been Just Gaming Real. It then will be Hypertech, as Hypertech as Just Gaming Real missed the start. And behind him should be next. It is. After him, it should be Noza, which it is. After Noza, it should be Dennis Newman. Yes. After Dennis Newman, it should then be KLF. No, it should be Kishanyika. Indeed it is. Then it should be KLF. Then it should be Daz. Then it should be Dan. Then it should be Bryn at the back, as he was down as tentative before the grid order was finally to be set, so Bryn will have work to do. But it is Shoemaker on pole, and my pick for the race win has just been ruined.
Yeah,
Poor Just Gaming.
He's saying in Discord at the moment, but Mike's replying to him. As I'm going to watch from Bryn's POV, because I should get all of him.
I'm going to go with Shoemaker. Poor Just Gaming. He's basically his first race, and we're striking with him with the commentator's curse.
He
Good
was
evening.
here 2 weeks ago.
Good evening to Mother's D in the chat as well.
I'm an ice blocks, he says. Interesting things happening.
Love the game. Just wish this wasn't an issue. Right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I love this slow loading times with the map.
Yeah, and I'm playing this on the 5.
Yeah, the Unreal Engine stuff.
It's better on the 5 version of the game. A lot better. It could be worse. I've played worse games in my time.
The new Forza? Oh!
No,
Oh!
no, it's good in places. It's just some of the car models have been lifted from
Silly Xbox.
I saw a comparison with GT7 and Forza, and my god.
GT7's better in your opinion, Nexus?
From view, yes.
But
I didn't try
many
GT7 yet.
I play many racing games, so my next one will
I
be...
maxed out GT Sport.
GT Sport going down at the end of the year, isn't it? Beginning of next year?
End of January next year. Yep.
Gone. No more GT Sport.
I will have a nostalgia run, for sure.
I plan to do something...
Pian's already been on a nostalgia and I've seen him play it quite a bit recently. We actually did. I'll tell you what we did the other year. Nexus, we streamed it. We did a World Cup. We randomly span a wheel, and what country it landed on, you got to be that country car. The livery was just a flag with the Simplay logo on the car, and it was the old Red Bull Junior car. And we did a World Cup. We did several races. Points scored. The winner won the World Cup. I think Jamie won it with Ethiopia or something like that. I want to say.
We also did the BTCC thing, didn't we?
We did, yes. I remember Phil, the old Phil, Sutty's teammate, called him Pharaoh Phil for the evening because he was from Egypt.
Yeah, I also started my sim racing career with GT7.
So there we go then. Right, the drivers though, they're coming to the start line now, and for the first time this evening we're going to get the racing underway. It is Shoemaker on pole from DJ Phil. DJ Phil led a lap the other night, let's not forget, in the GT4s. Who will be the leader tonight? The race start yet to be initialised. Good evening to Peaceful Stepdad and to Thomas Marshall in the chat. We await the race start to be initialised. Let's go back to P3 of Hypertech to watch the start. It's initialised now, and for the first time this evening, we are green and going. It's an absolute demon start from Noser on the third row. Hypertech's getting a little bogged down. And look at them all as they're all a couple abreast here down towards turn 1. Dennis Newman's got up a few places as well. And DJ Phil has to take to the grass as Noser and Hypertech charge to the front. It's Ferrari 1-2 side by side. Goes Hypertech with Shoemaker. And Shoemaker loses out to Dennis Newman. Now he's tumbled down the order. Now Noser's coming at Shoemaker for P3 as well. What a start out front, but DJ Phil the real loser.
Phil looked like he had to do what I had to do in the race 1 on GT4s, take avoiding action. And it's like, yeah, I was just going to exit stage right.
Yeah, he just couldn't go anywhere.
As Dennis Newman at Tozer. Oh, he's been tapped by Hypertech. And into the wall he goes. He bounces off it. Has to stay stationary while everybody comes flying through the pack. Just Gaming Real will be the last man to him. But he got the move done. He got tapped by Hypertech. And as we cross the line, it is Hypertech from Noser. The Greasy Bandit Racing Team 1-2. Shoemaker's third. Kishanyika is up to fourth. Dan's up to fifth from the back of the pack. Good start from him. KLF's gone with him, P6. Daz Automatic right on the back of Kelly. Here comes Daz though. Pulls out to the outside line of the chicane. Brave to get it done around here. Late on the brakes. They just tap a little. Daz gets the move done. And behind Kelly, Bryn is behind DJ Phil and Dennis Newman, and then Just Gaming Real a lap down, but already the Greasy Bandit Racing boys are flying away out front so far. Oh, Daz. No, sorry, he hasn't. Sorry, no, ignore me.
Sure, we can't got proper cameras, but we would love to see racing properly, but apologies again, chat, for the camera angles. Yeah. This is what we're stuck with right now, and we've had it for over 2 weeks.
The two Greasy Bandit Racing boys, lads, they are flying out front at the minute as KLF and Daz straight away immediately in to do their pit stop as no one else comes in. Bryn under a bit of pressure from Dennis Newman. Surprised that Dennis Newman didn't pit with a bit of damage he may have suffered there, Ben.
Yeah, and Kishanyika also tried to attack Shoemaker. And he led by Dan, but why?
Yeah, so Dan's through. He's got Shoemaker ahead. The Greasy Bandit boys in the Ferrari and Aston Martin are second and third at the moment. Oh, sorry, first and second, but fight each other at the moment. Kishanyika doing well. Ant is wide and in the gravel. DJ Phil will get past. Bryn has been lost out to Dennis Newman. And just gaming real, we know he's a lap down. Dan now, he's got past Kurt Shoemaker, then up the hill towards Piratella.
And down into Akron Minawali. I keep getting confused with the corners.
Kishanyi, ooh, they touched a bit. Kishanyika tried to run the outside Shoemaker.
And again, apologies if your camera is jumping a lot. We are trying to get on board with as many drivers as possible. We cannot see the moves developing. So it is going to be interesting to see.
Ooh, Shoemaker spin.
Hypertech spun in front of him as well.
It was Hypertech.
So Hypertech has spun. Nose has got Dan attacking him. Dan to the outside as they come down towards Ravazza. This will be a brave move for an Orthodox. Can't get it done. Nose goes deep. Thank you, Mama Philly Ginsters, says Dan, because he's not going to get an easier overtake than that this season.
Yeah, does Dan cover Daz and Kelly, who pitted early? No, he
doesn't. He stays out on the track then. So Daz will lead this race. Then it will be Noza who stayed out on track. Behind them is then Kishanyika who stayed out. Hypertech is now running P4 down the order a little bit. He stays out. Shoemaker is no longer 5th. There is a couple of cars. It is Ant and DJ Filler who are ahead, and Dennis Newman. Dennis Newman goes side by side with his teammates. Oh, they touch! Dennis and DJ touch. DJ's bounced off a load of walls there. Bryn gets through, and Shoemaker's too far back to make a difference. Kelly ahead of Daz though, and just gaming real is in the thick of this action, but a lap down.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and that wall, May the 1st, 1994. That's all I'm saying for that wall. That
unfortunately. And Kishanyika is already attacking Noza.
Yeah, looking up the inside as they come into Piratella then. Noza very wide. Track limits are going to be one to watch around her as they come down towards Aquaminalare now. The double right-hander and then a little left-hand kink as you come back up the hill towards the very anti-altar. Noza manages to hang on there. Dennis Newman was attacking the back of Ant. No, he's not. He's past Ant. Bryn side by side with Just Gaming Real. Bryn may as well let Just Gaming go here because he's a lap down. They make contact. And Bryn is now lost the rear. Shoemaker gets through. And DJ Phil has already got through as well. So Bryn carries on his way now. But has lost out to Shoemaker. Daz still not past Kelly yet though, neither.
Noza and Kishanika are battling. Noza's gone deep again into Ravazza.
And Kishanyika
goes through.
Easily through. Dan boxes. So Dan's into the pits. Kishanyika and Noza both stay out. What will Hypertech do here? 20-minute sprint race, don't forget. Oh, Hypertech. A little loose, very wiggly. Doesn't sound like he's at full power. I don't think he is. Dennis Newman's just flew past him as easy as you like then. Ant stays out as well. DJ Phil's just been unlapped by Just Gaming Real. He stays out on... he pits, sorry. Shoemaker's into the pits. Bryn also dives in. Get that stopped, Bryn. Jeez, that was a little quick there. Kelly and Daz done. Just Gaming Real obviously stays out. Noza, though, just struggling at Ravazza a little bit.
Yeah, I was struggling in the KTM on Monday night trying to get the car stopped there as well. There's might be something in the game.
Yeah.
It's like, because I could stop there in the Bentley, reasonably okay. But then again, though, the Bentley is big.
Yeah.
Right.
And has aero.
Kelly and Daz. Now, Monday night, I gathered that if you go green before the cars are at Ravazza, you'll get out the pits ahead of him. Dan's gone green, he's now away. Kelly's only just breaking into Ravazza now on Kelly's 150th race. Kelly wants to be as close as he can be to Dan as he comes through Ravazza. Dan, still not off the limiter. They exit Ravazza now.
Dan's on the curb.
They are not going to be anywhere near Dan as Dan comes off the limiter. Now, here comes KLF. Daz was on the gravel a little bit behind. You see Dan in the distance, but Kelly and Daz, they're not a million miles away from Dan, so that bodes well when everybody else pits.
Oh, yeah, they should jump like Phil and Bryn. Yeah, they definitely jump Bryn.
Yeah, Bryn and Shoemaker's just come out, and Kelly's already through Tamburello, as is Daz. Daz losing out to Kelly massively here, and within a second to Hypertech so far. So going well at the minute for these.
Shanika stays out, Noza's in.
As E. McKizzle in the chat, the double right swoopy.
And Dennis stays out.
Noza in,
So
Kishanika stays out, Dennis stays out, Hypertech stays out. So the only other person left to pit is Just Gaming Real. He stays out. So if you go green before the other cars at Ravazza, you're fine. Dan's at Piratella. And it's a 30s, it's a long pit lane here, PM. You felt it Monday night, how long the pit lane is.
And Tuesday night I felt it as well in the AM. Yeah, it is a very long pit lane, not as long as Spa or Mazzano.
No.
For Mazzano, tune into the end of the season.
Oh, Kelly's within half a second of Dan here, so has Dan had a bit of a bad outlap here then? Because Kelly's within half a second.
Daz is having a look into the... Oh!
Yeah, Kelly ends up cutting the very anti-alta then. I'm not sure what's happening with Dan here. Evening to Gary 131. That guy's got a big job tomorrow night to do. Boy, does he have a big task tomorrow. Right, Nose has not yet gone. Daz has dive bombed Kelly and tapped him. I don't think Daz's tyres are on, and Daz has tapped Kelly there. Daz is now around as well. Noser just goes green, so Dan and Kelly should get him done.
Yeah, Daz can't get it under control.
Shoemaker's on him.
He would cooked his tyres a little bit.
There goes Dan. Noser's off the limiter. There goes Kelly. So Dan and Kelly through. Ant's had to now cut the very anti-alta. As Just Gaming Rio's going to unlap himself. Looks like he's got some great pace. Shame he's missed the start. Again, apologies in the audience for the camera angles. We are bringing you as best coverage as we can. The cameras are not working as we want them to. Kishanyika in. Dennis in. Here comes Hypertech. Oh, Dennis, that's quick. Slows it down beautifully. Hypertech is in. Ant and Just Gaming Real stay out. Now, question for you boys. Kelly's on his 150th. Dan back off a little bit?
Well...
We reckon?
Oh, he just went very wide.
That would be a good 150th race start present, wouldn't it? If Dan did, but I don't think Dan will.
I reckon Gary's comment there. Is nonsense. Got loads of practice in, no sweat. Yep.
Yeah, sure you have, Gary.
What is it Kelly says? Sun shines on a dog's arse some days, I do believe he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is arse PG enough for his stream?
Yeah. It's gone 8 o'clock. We're fine. Kishanyika is done in the pits. Dennis is done in the pits. Where's Dan? Dan's only at Ravazza. So, hello, Kishanyika and Dennis Newman. Let's stay on board Kishanyika because Dan should fly past if we see him. He's nearly at the pit limiter line. Dan is down the straight. Kelly's coming down the straight. Kishanyika is off the limiter now. Here comes Dan. Let's see if unorthodox. Don't forget he cannot cross that pit line because Kishanyika is leaving. Dan gets him done. Kelly only gets Dennis Newman done.
But Dennis has fought back well, haven't he?
Yeah, very well. Kishanyika's close to Dan, though, so...
Yeah.
If Kishanyika can keep up with Dan here, could we get the Hungarian a race win? Dan just doesn't look settled in that Audi since the pit stop.
Will Ant peel into the pit lane?
Well, Just Gaming Real peels into the pits now. Ant stays out one more time. So Ant will carry on in the lead. Kishanyika within 7/10. Dennis Newman within 9/10. I'll tell you what, at the minute then, when Ant does his pit stop, Kelly could be sat on the podium for his 150th. That'd be an absolute delightful way to get your race. I'll tell you what, it's nice to see Kelly up there and doing so well. He's currently sat P4 overall at the minute before Ant makes his stop. Go on, Ben.
So we got our top 3 and come on then, let my boy go.
Yeah. Kishanyika sticking with Dan in the Lexus at the moment, the 777
he's not that
Lexus.
far away.
Dan's not escaping from Kishanyika much here.
Yeah.
Dennis Newman getting close to the back of Kelly as well, so Dennis trying to put KLF under some pressure. For Daz, though, he's lost out to Noser and Hypertech due to his spin after going up the inside of Kelly. I reckon we'll see that one in the steward's box.
I'm about to say, we've had a quiet GT4 and AM, haven't we?
We've
had
had
steward's box.
The only ticket we had was retiring.
Yeah. We've had nothing from GT4.
Hypertech's in the gravel at Ravazza. Daz has to press on the brakes hard there. As Hypertech was sort of half off, half on. Dennis Newman now trying to gain on the back of KLF. Dan started to gap Kishanyika a little more. As they break into Tamburello, that is the job they needed to do done. Right. Down towards Ravazza comes Ant. We'll stick with the Dennis battle for the time being. We'll also flip between Daz, who has a look up the inside at Tamburello. Can't get it done. Hypertech's gone deep. Daz won't need a second invitation. Job done. Noza has the gap down through sector 1. Does Ant think of pitting here?
Dennis passed KLF.
Dennis has passed KLF. Ant comes into the pits. So the Honda has passed the McLaren and is currently provisionally P3, we're going to say. Ant pits. Dan's maintaining that gap. Daz has got past Hypertech. He's now got 5 seconds to Noza. That gap's come down a little bit. And can Kelly...
Ooh, Kelly jumped. Kelly jumped really high on the curb of... was the Piratella.
He's had a moment. Where's Noza? Noza's now coming at him down towards Acriminalore. So Noza's now putting Kelly under some pressure. Daz is trying to put Noza under some pressure. Hypertech's trying to get in on the back of all of them. And Shoemaker's not a million miles away from Hypertech either. So interesting to see here. Just Gaming Reel's coming towards Ravatsa as DJ
Dennis
Phil's
Newman
at
in the
Tozer.
wall.
Oh, really? On his own? That's at the chicane. That's at the very anti-alta because Kelly's already had a moment.
It was.
So Kelly's
Maybe
through,
he had
Noza's through, Daz is through. Hypertech, I think, got through, as did Shoemaker, did they? Yeah, they did. Here comes Dennis now. Down towards the first corner. Anti's now done. Dan's gone through. Kishanyika's gone through. Kelly, you imagine he's going to have Ant. Let's go jump on board Ant and see if he has actually got him done. Ant off the limiter. Now, Kelly. Oh, this is going to be tight. He's coming back up to speed. Does Kelly have Ant done on the brakes into turn 1? I don't think Noza's going to have him. Kelly looks up the inside and Ant has just got the job done.
But his tyres are going to be cold. They're not up to pressure yet. So Kelly will be over in like a cheap suit.
Kelly will be all over him like a cheap suit. Kelly also might be carrying a bit of damage as well after the incident with Daz a little earlier on. And it is Ant, Kelly, Noza, Daz. Hypertech not quite with them. Dennis has got past Shoemaker. But this is a fantastic scrap. Noza dips a wheel over the curb onto the grass. That'll give Daz a run up to Piratella. Kishenika's still within a second of Dan, just can't make any more inroads out.
Yeah, he gained a few tenths.
So if Kelly didn't spin, Kelly would have been well ahead of Ant.
Well, it's possibly, yes.
Well, one thing I noticed, it is quite hard to overtake here because the track's quite narrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to have massive...
Well, Dean did last night going into turn 1, didn't he? On you.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we didn't stream the AM. Lack of drivers in the AM, and at the start of the race, Dean Wisocki went from 5th to 2nd at turn 1, and it was absolutely fantastic to watch. It was great driving from all the drivers involved. As Kelly, a little squirrely.
Noza, he pushed him wide.
Kelly, a little squirrely there, coming through Ravatsa as well.
And Noza missed his brakes yet again.
No, he didn't. He was pushed off. I saw it.
Oh, he was?
He was pushed wide by Daz.
Oh, yeah.
But there was contact.
I'm on bonnet camera, so...
So DJ Phil's just gone through sector 2. He's coming up towards the Variante Alta now. Just Gaming Real is going through sector 1, so he's pretty much a sector and a bit behind DJ Phil at the moment. He's not going to get that gap down in 3 minutes. DJ Phil's got to have a massive mistake like Shoemaker has at Tamburello. Bryn is too far back for it to matter though. And Daz is now once again all over the back of KLF 900.
Round 2. Let's contact this time, please, boys. Thank you.
Sorry, Shoemaker, for the commentators, cause...
Yeah, I bugged Just Gaming Real. You bugged Shoemaker, and PN didn't bug Dan enough.
Here they come.
yeah, it's only Dan left.
There's only Dan left. Come on, Kishanika, get him.
yeah.
Right, Daz pulls out now.
Seconds.
And he's going to look to the outside at the Variante Alta on Kelly. Can't get the move done there. Kelly, Jason Plato S gets it parked on the apex of the corner. DJ Phil, 13 seconds behind Bryn. Bryn not had the pace he'd have wanted tonight.
Kishenyika is actually under a second.
Yeah, he's brought the gap back down as Kishenyika. DJ Phil
so then
is
couldn't pull away.
Coming up to sector 2 now. He just shows the pace of Just Gaming Real, by the way, because he's really gained. By the time DJ Phil was getting to sector 2, Just Gaming Real was nowhere near the Sector 1 timing screen, yet he really is now. So it just shows how much pace he has.
He's just on through Tamburello and now heading towards Villeneuve.
Dad's not being able to stick with Kelly. Ant has now got his tyres up to pressure and has gone, but it looks like it's going to be 5 from 5 from Dan. 2 minutes left of the race, and you have to say Dan's been fantastic.
Definitely the best benchmark so far, ironically in an Audi, like in Pro. But Koshanika's going to give it everything he's got for this last 2 laps.
Yeah, but Dan was faster in the first 2 sectors this lap.
I think Dan is ebbing and flowing with Daz with Kishanika as Kelly's gone wide and Daz had a wiggle, but now Daz goes up the inside of KLF and that is job done for Daz, who goes a little deep at the first part of Aquaminalori, gets it all back together, and Daz is now through. So Kelly's mistake at Piratella has cost him into Aquaminalori then, and Daz gets through. As Ant has had a little mistake up front. There is going to be 1 lap left of this race. Dan's yet to cross the line, so Kelly goes wide again at the exit of the chicane. I tell you what, this is not looking good if you're KLF. Track limits have started to be pop up on his screen. He's got to be thinking of keeping it within the track limits for the last lap. He will not want a penalty on this last flying lap.
Yeah, and this is a frustrating thing as hell. Like, when you have all the free warnings and there's a penalty in your way, it's really frustrating.
So Dan's gap 1.5 seconds to Kishanika. Ant currently P3, looks good in the Ferrari. The Ferrari need 4 podiums for its 50th. Well, he's about to tick one of them off the list if he stays where he is at the moment. Dan, he's got 1 pole position and 2 race wins to his name around the MLS circuit, the same as Monkey Boy and Big Boy Brazier. And he can then be the most successful driver, joint with D Biggs, who's got 2 poles and 2 wins here tonight, if he can do it. Daz has the gap 1.8 to Ant, and at the minute has got to keep that pressure on Ant so far. DJ Phil nowhere near Bryn at the minute. Oh, I've pressed drive. Apologies. We're back with the action. Shoemaker, Bryn's nowhere near. Shoemaker, Hypertech is down in 8th for Dennis Newman, 7th. Noza is 6th. Kelly's 5th, losing out to Daz. But really, unorthodox, pretty eventful first couple of laps, but he's done what he's done best all season long, and he's going to make it 5 from 5 here tonight. What a drive, you have to say, from Dan. Looked a little squirrely after his pit stop, but got it under control afterwards.
Yeah, it was a great drive from him, but also from Kishanika.
Yeah. The countdown to Christmas, and to celebrate it, Unorthodox wins round 5 of the season. Kishanika will be in P2. That's a good drive from him, as Ant has got Daz gaining on the back of him, but I think Ant has done enough. Daz is really close but isn't close enough. It is going to be P3 for Ant, P4 for Daz on the track, and then we have KLF, who is going to pick up that P5. Good result for Kelly, keeps him up there in the championship at the moment. Noza will cross the line P6. Dennis Newman will cross the line P7. Hypertech will cross the line P8.
Shoemaker P9. Green. No, coming around with that. So.
Shoemaker P9. Bryn going to come round for P10. Just Gaming Reels finished in 12th. And DJ Phil will finish 11th. Not the first race for Bryn, not the pace he wanted really. And DJ Phil will off at turn 1, hit his teammate and went into the wall. Not really much more to say, is there?
No, I could say things.
Right.
But I'm not going to.
We will be back in a few moments' time for the qualifying of the next race. After Unorthodox has taken a 5th race win, can he take pole? We'll be back shortly. Overtake a moaning in downstream. Start from the back to make it a challenge. Another win. What a surprise.
I just saved a video clip, the broadcast of that race in K, so you can see the Daz nozzle.
I mean, we don't need it. They'll have to, if they want to put it in, they want to put it in, mate.
Yeah.
We ain't taking bits from what we catch, unless it's pit lane stuff.
I had a couple close to pit lane.
It's only what's caught on stream, though, isn't it? It's what's caught on my end, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we said we're going to do. We're not looking for them now.
Instead of me just watching pit exit and entering, you're like a hawk. But in theory, I could park the car there now and just watch it like that.
At dance stream, there's just the usual things happening, like Reaper versus Overtaker.
Thing is, though, Overtaker's down in the 41s.
Yeah, it looks good around here. Right, I'm going to the toilet. Back in a minute.
Me too.
Hello.
Have we lost a driver?
We have.
Who have
There's
we
Dan.
lost?
Overtake's Phil's Dennis Newman's there, even though he's moaning like a little bitch in Discord.
Yeah, so it's Dennis Newman that's backed up. No, it's not.
No, he's still there. He's still there.
Right, let me read through the original drivers.
Also,
So Dan Kishanika, Kishenika,
Yeah.
Kishanika, yeah.
Ant,
Yep.
Daz,
Yeah.
Kelly,
Yep.
Noza,
Yeah.
Yep.
Dennis,
Yeah.
Hypertech,
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoemaker.
No.
No, it's Shoemaker.
Right.
He might have got to go to bed because it's 9 o'clock.
Oh,
Good win, Dan.
thanks.
You'll be pleased with some of my commentary there, Dan.
I already heard it.
Yeah.
I will not be rewatching it.
To celebrate 2 months till Christmas. And a cheeky thank you mama for the Ginsters in there as well. You love it, don't you?
No. Boring.
No.
Boring.
What's boring is like Overtaker says. Another win, what a surprise. I think you should not qualify, Dan. Fuck your stats. Right, Ferrari got pole, so that puts
Well,
that.
to be honest, the two people that probably would have given me a hard time was too busy tripping over my dad, and the other one didn't decide to ready up.
Yeah.
Justin would have probably given me a harder time if he had readied up.
Daz, I bombed your dad a little bit there, mate.
He also bombed
I'm
Muslim
expecting that going in from your dad.
I don't know, he's just like, can he stop attacking me in the chicane? It's not working, clearly.
Oh, he did. This was Ravazza. He tried to go up the inside at Ravazza, but he looked like he come from miles back.
Excuse me.
You're all right, Dan. You're excuse, mate.
These cameras.
Guess what?
What?
I had way too much fuel.
Was you tyres under pressure a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah.
I went to strategy 2 and it didn't change it correctly.
You could tell your dad was catching you, and you looked a little slidey.
Oh no, I was doing that on purpose. I was like, Dad, let me get in between you and Daz and I'll defend you for you. And he was like, no, I'm too slow, just go. Like, alright, okay. So I put my foot down and disappeared.
You are now as successful round here as your old teammate that used to carry you every week.
I do like this track.
I've got the qualifying record here on Project Cars 2, apparently. Go me.
Show me the money!
How many laps did we do here?
Oh, God.
Hello, Dan Stream. If you didn't know, it's nearly Christmas. Christmas time. Mistletoe and wine.
And it's starting all over again.
Kishanika kept me honest.
He did at the end, yeah.
My pressures were way out. I was like, holy shit, they're so under pressure. And I was carrying 30 litres by the end.
Well overfueled then, did you?
Yeah, a little bit. I was just like, let's just add shitloads of fuel so I don't run out of fuel. And also it kind of like drags me down a little bit. Made me more stable, to be fair. You'll see Dad's put it on pole. Oh, excuse me. These fucking hiccups. I swear to God, I'm not drinking Fanta anymore because it gives me the fucking hiccups. God, I love a mid fucking server kick out.
Yeah.
Did it fix the cameras? Did it fuck?
No. No.
No, one of the stupid things as well is every every night at the minute I've tried to reset the server. G-Portal's been down, and it's like, oh, are they fixing it? And then it comes back on, and then you join the lobby. No, they've not. The camera's into a G-Portal issue.
G-Portal?
Yeah.
So it's not an ACC problem?
No, it is an ACC problem. It's not a G-Portal issue.
Oh.
It can't be a G-Portal issue if we're able to do the cameras on PS5 version.
Green light, go, go, go.
And the best thing is you can press drive on the PS5 version and do the cameras that way, so you don't have to have all the shit on the screen.
Yeah.
I was playing with it the other day.
We're in qualifying now, Matt.
Yeah. 5, 4. Welcome back to Assetto, Corsa, Competizione and Imola once again here at Simplay Motorsport. It is qualifying time and the first car out on track looks like it is going to be that of Just Real Gaming. We are joined by the second place man in the apologies. We're joined by the race winner in the commentary box. It is Dan Unorthodox. Dan, congratulations on the win. That's 5 in a row in GT3. It also makes it Audi's 73rd race win, and that is your 63rd race win. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was interesting one coming through the pack, and having a good little scrap here and there, but it wasn't as easy as everyone might think it would be, because Shanika was definitely keeping me honest, and also not getting the pressures right didn't help either. So yeah, no, I mean, I'll take another win. Helps Audi and helps Dad out in the championship. So that's what we're here for. That's what I signed for, and that's to get Audio Sport #1.
Yeah, to get Audio Sport #1. Good race though from yourself. You had that early sort of pressure of trying to get through the pack like all reverse grids, of trying to stay out of trouble and keep yourself clean, but you managed to do that pretty successfully.
Yeah, I mean, last week out in Monza, I knew it was going to be chaos in the first couple of corners, so it was like, pit early, get out of the trouble, and see what we can do in clear air. This time round, I thought, it's similar. Let's have a bit of fun and try and work our way through the pack instead of trying to smart it. But no, it was good. It was a good little scrap, and I came out the pit seeing Dad behind me, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, we could be on for a 1-2 here. Do you want to swap positions so I can help you out a little bit?" But he said no, just carry on. So. Yeah, it was a good race, and I do love Imola. It's a fantastic circuit.
Obviously, the shame to Just Gaming Real not ready up at the start there in time. Do you think he'd have been a bit more of a threat with Kishanika to yourself in this first race?
Oh, definitely so. He would have been near the front of the pack as well, being the reverse grid, the way it works. He would have been definitely there or thereabouts, giving me a hard time, and I think he would be next week out when we go to Hungaroring. So. Yeah, the guy seems very quick without a setup or anything. He just runs default, and he makes that BMW work. So I've definitely got my hands full, not just with Dad, but also, like I said, Justin Gaming and Kishanika and Skudovic. When they're all on it, I think they're going to give me a real hard time most rounds.
You've got to qualify for this race, which we know you're trying to do at the moment. What's your goals in qualifying? Take that pole position and hopefully have a good start into turn 1?
Yeah, you always want to start near the front of the pack, don't you? Or the best you can. So if I can take pole, that'd be fantastic. But at least with Daz would be the ideal thing, be near the closest rival.
Yeah.
But yeah, just get on pole and see what we can do. If I can't get on pole, then just top 3, top 4 would be good enough for me.
Will be good enough for you. Well, Dan, we'll let you go. Obviously, we know you're celebrating that one as the countdown to Christmas is on 2 months. We know you're going to celebrate that one hard today. We know you're going to celebrate that one hard today. We'll let you get back into qualifying. Dan, though, leads the championship by 63 points. And, well, if he carries on at this rate, and this is not just to wind Dan up, Christmas could come early for him because it could deliver that championship relatively early. He is 63 points clear of Daz Automatic. 77 clear of Kishanika. Kelly moves ahead of Sutty, but drops behind Kishanika, so he stays P4. He's 98 points at the moment. Sutty Apex down to 5th. Dennis Newman up to 6th place with Noza in 7th. Ant's podium puts him tied with Noza. Zakunovic drops to 9th with Hypertech 10th. Bryn 11th. Shoemaker up to 12th with Just Gaming Real. 13th place, tied with DJ Phil. Ginger Bush 15th. Lucas Roth, Monkey Boy, Leon Fernie and Max Mulder yet to change. The Constructors' Championship looks like this. 126 points separates Audio Sport from KD Racing. Greasy Bandit then are just behind them with Switchback Racing Team P4. Worst Pace Scenario 5th. Dynaco Racing down in 6th. And Barry the Cat Racing Team down in 7th. Bentley's lead of 120 odd points has been cut in half by Audi. It's down to 62 points. The Audi boys have clawed back in this one. McLaren are currently P3 with Ferrari in 4th. Honda just behind them in 5th. Lexus P6. Porsche 7th. Aston Martin 8th. BMW and Jag then BMW. Mercedes then Nissan. As it is Dan half second quicker from Daz with Noza 3rd. DJ Phil 4th. The next car to the line on a valid lap is car 22 of KLF. Sir KLF, I'm reading in Dan's chat. Can Kelly go and upset the apple cart, maybe chuck it on pole position, get a good start? He's done his 150th race. He can now focus on the rest of the races to come, and this should be a fantastic one to see as they go through the pack.
Shoemaker has not returned.
No, he hasn't. We have lost Shoemaker in this race, so that's not going to help him in his championship standings. We also just need to adjust this so that Kelly, his Wi-Fi has not been working, so hopefully it's working now and he can get back in. So that needs to go to E21. Kelly is now in the blue column. On his next appearances, the column that Dean will be out of next week, and he now joins the likes of D Biggs. In fact, Kelly at this rate actually will overtake D Biggs and Stealth Sloth in terms of them overall appearances at Simplay Motorsport. Will push himself up that list a little bit, so that's great to see for KLF.
It is indeed. I'm not far from 150, am I? If I carry on.
You are 121.
No, it won't be this season, man. It'll be next season.
And Ben is on 36. So Ben's not far from 50.
Yeah.
14 races, and what have we got left? 16 races. So there you go, Ben. You're allowed 1 week off.
No, he's not allowed any weeks off.
Unless he does GT4, yeah.
Didn't say no.
Well, we find out.
Well, hey, and as bold a choice as you was to go in the Jaguar, I reckon this guy could handle the Maserati. Right, Kelly has done his lap. Next car to complete. In fact, Kelly's still on a valid lap, is he? Yes, he is. So we'll watch Kelly's lap one more time. We'll then go down to Dennis Newman. In terms of the car statistics, Audi now has 73 race wins. Audi got 142 in terms of podiums. Ferrari got its 47th podium, and Lexus got podium number 12. For Dan, it was podium number 140. Today, Kishanyika got only his 4th podium, and Ant, I believe, has just got his 1st podium. No, maybe his 2nd. We'll find Ant as Dennis Newman's about to cross the line and complete his lap before car 512 will do another lap. Dennis goes 2nd and is the closest rival to Dan on Orthodubs at the moment. Where is Ant? Ant actually had his 6th podium, so there we go. What do we know?
Yeah, he had quite a few in AM last season.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he?
He did. Car 777, that's Kishanyika, next man on a valid lap. He's only at Piratella. Who do we think is going to get the race win in race 2 here, Ben?
Dan.
Pian?
Daz. He's gonna hate me for that.
We'll see at the end of qualifying. Dennis looks racy today. Just gaming real, yet to get a valid lap on the board, and Dan's just come back out the pits to start one more flying lap. Excuse me.
You get away with 2, really, because it takes a couple of laps to really get your tyres up.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. And not touch that curb because Shannon was going past. Because that will invalidate your lap.
Well, here comes Kishanyika, still on a valid lap. Next up is car 22 with Kelly just behind him. Kishanyika to put his 1st lap on the board. He goes P3, 1 second off the pace. Kelly, what can he do before Just Gaming Real will be the next man to the line? Anton, an invalid lap. This isn't what he's going to want here.
Kelly across the line.
Yep. doesn't improve. I don't think there. Stays P5. Just Gaming Real. Can he be the one to upset the apple cart with Dan here? Down towards the line he comes. Car 35 will be next. That's Daz Automatic. I have a feeling Just Gaming Real is going to be on a flyer here. Only goes P4 at the minute. So can Daz improve to go back onto that second row of the grid? We saw Daz has got some pace. But can Daz get the job done here?
Track's now at 30 degrees.
Yeah, it's getting warm. It's going to cool down over the 5 minutes. He
says
does. He goes within 3.5 tenths.
Wow.
So Daz close. DJ Phil next, though.
What can Phil do? As he snakes towards the line. I think it was a slight improvement on time.
Yeah, slight improvement. Nothing major. Bryn's going to set his first lap time now. This is a car in front. I think that's Hypertech on an invalid one. Crosses line to start another one. Bryn gets the time on the board. Not the pace from Bryn's hand. McLaren in Bryn's hand looks like it struggled a little bit.
Just standard for the setup.
Ben, which car looks the best out there? Obviously, taking Dan out of the equation, which car looks the best tonight?
Well, it's Audi one too, so maybe them. But of course it's the Bentley that's the monster here, but we don't have any Bentleys, so...
Yeah, it's a shame for
I
Monkey
think
Boy.
the Audis.
And for Sutty, and to the line, no lap time there. Kelly. Next up.
Cutting on to the green runoff on the start-finish straight and invalidating his lap there. That's
Kelly,
what he's doing.
no improvement. Just Gaming Real. Only needs 3 attempts to be inside the top 3. What's he found here? Oh, he used a lot of the green runoff there and actually invalidated his lap, so he's not going to improve this time around. Who's Daz on the back of? Daz has got Noza right ahead of him, both on an invalid lap. And that's the wrong stage to back out of that lap, Daz. But he has indeed.
Is Bryn on about that?
No.
No.
Next car after Dan is that of Ant. Here comes Dan.
Yeah.
And Dan doesn't find any more time. Next car is Ant to the line. Oh, well. To Aquaman
he's a bit far back.
Yeah.
No, variant now.
Ooh, he
That's
went a
wide.
bit
That's
wide.
track
Oh.
limits. That's track limits.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, it was invalidated his lap.
So Ant really struggling here in this qualifying session. Next car then will be Kelly. 2.9 off the pace at the minute. 3 tenths quicker than Nosey. He might want to up his pace a little bit, to be able to pull away from Nosey, you'd think.
Yeah. You would think as Kelly rounds the better onto the start-finish line, where we don't have the chicane they had in '94, where Barrichello had his massive accident that year.
Kelly to the
That
line.
was a
Any improvement? No. Dennis to the line. No improvement for him. Just Gaming Real to the line now. Any improvement for Just Gaming Real? Kashanyik has not been out of the pits for a while. Just Gaming goes up to P3. Next car is Daz. But I don't think this is going to be a good one because he slowed right down to give Noza the space. So let's see what Daz will do here just in case.
As he rounds his final corner, unleashes all of his Audi horsepower from the V10, lovely sound engine. So I think that engine sounds better than the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
There's something about the Lamborghinis that does make everything mental. Into Tamburello.
Next car on a valid lap. Bryn. Can Bryn get the outright pace to get the win here? Little slow through of that. So Bryn just looks like he's struggling here.
Yeah. And I would like to know why Kishanyika didn't go out for another lap.
He's been in the pits a while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Too late now.
It is too late.
But
He's not going to get another one in. Bryn will get another one in, and Hypertech will get one in behind him. Bryn doesn't improve. Next car, 271. That is Dennis, who will try and improve his time. Kelly behind him is on an invalid one. They should both get another lap in, as will Ant, who is once again on an invalid lap. So Ant is literally going to have one shot at this. He's just got P3 in race 1. He's going to have one shot here to get P3, or to get a good spot on the grid. Just Gaming Real is the next car behind Dennis Newman. Dennis Newman literally needs 84 thousandths of a second to get ahead of Just Gaming Real. Can he find any more time? No, he can't. What about Just Gaming? Does he find any more time in his M6? Down the start straight he comes. He does. He finds a little bit more.
He found.
Just under a tenth.
And went off in Tamburello, so that's his qualifying over.
Yeah, Ant and Bryn done.
So as
Daz has bailed. Daz has bailed. Car 512 of Noza.
Dennis too.
He's going to be the first one to finish, and he stays P7. Dan is also done, so we are just awaiting DJ Phil. And apologies, as well as KLF, Just Gaming Real as well out there. Here comes DJ Phil. Is he going to improve on his lap time at the moment? 4.2 down. He needs just under 9/10 of a second to get ahead of Hypertech. Doesn't improve at all, so DJ Phil will be 9th place. Kelly then. Well, he's going to stay P6 minimum. Can he improve to find P5 or anything?
Can he? Oh, that's all. My camera went back to my car.
Ooh, that was a bit fight for Just Gaming, and he invalidated his left, so it's only Kelly left. And Noza.
Man,
Noza dropped it, so then it's DJ Phil and
no, DJ's
KLF.
done. He's done, so it is just
DJ
Kelly
is
left.
done.
Yeah, they took the checkered flag.
Oh.
So it's just KLF to get pole position,
yeah.
to get any other position. What will he do? He bails.
And
He bails. So P6 for KLF then in this one. Dennis Newman will take 4th place. Not a bad qualifying from him. What can he do from there? But it is unorthodox. Won every race. Took pole in every session. Daz seems to be there, but just cannot get over the hump at the moment.
No. Maybe he's getting confused with playing the PS5 version a lot as well on Friday. Well, we have we did the 3-hour races on Friday, and as my car is on the grid merged with...
Yeah, Dennis Newman's.
Yeah, you're merged with Just Gaming Real.
Jurassic Jam in the chat. Hey, how are you, beauties? We're very well, thank you. And what's with this view? As Mike's just said to you in the chat, server issues causing the broadcasting to not be the same it is, but we always want to put on a show, so we're putting on as good a show as possible. So again, apologies for this. Yeah.
oh wow, your Bentley merged with someone.
Yeah, my Bentley's merged with Just Gaming Real. And then where are you? Are you down
I'm
the order
merged
again?
with a Honda.
Oh no, if you actually go to Ant, because there's no 12th
I am
car on the
behind
grid,
and I
you
am
get to
behind
see the beautiful looking Jaguar of Nexus that will be on the grid tomorrow night.
Well,
Make
it's
sure
on
to
the
tune in.
grid too.
Make sure you tune in with myself and Dan Davis in the commentary box.
Yeah, basically the Jag is on the grid behind Brim at this very moment too.
20 seconds.
God, that Merc looks massive compared with the Honda. Well, it's giving us a laugh, this bit here, with the cars ghosting into each other.
Just Gaming Real and Bad became one.
Right, poll is out for who you think will win the race. All good, still enjoyable. Well, thank you, Jurassic Jam. We hope it's enjoyable as much as it can be. So it's Dan on pole from Daz. It's an Audi front row lockout. That gives Dan his 40th pole position. And it gives Audi its 55th pole position. I have a feeling Audi's going to be ahead of Lamborghini in terms of pole positions this season.
Well,
You're
it might
right.
help if it was more Lamborghinis racing. There's
Might help
none.
if somebody
Well.
could stop the Audis.
Well, we're trying in hand, but
Well, there is none in Ham, that's the thing. We've got to stop the two on Wednesdays and Thursdays to get them.
That is winning the poll.
Just looking at the milestones for cars, the next one really for any manufactured car, bar the Ferrari getting 3 podiums, nobody's really going to strike up anything. Merc needs 10 wins, that could get it in GT4s, because there's no Merc in Pro-Am. Oh yeah, there is. There's Lucas Roth, apologies.
Yeah, Kings is the only man.
He's not here tonight, so just looking as well. Yeah, not really many milestones. Bentley's 10 podiums away from its 100th.
Will KTM get a milestone?
It's an achievable thing, actually.
Will KTM get a milestone? Unless we do another 2 seasons of GT4s, no. Because the only milestone it's going to be close to at the moment is 50 race starts. From 6.
Because then we guess you never run in Project Class 2, or no one was brave enough to run the KTM.
No, there wasn't. Unless someone else joins in the KTM, what is there left of that? There's 14 races left. So you're 14 plus another 14, so that's 28, plus the 6 that's already there. No, so you need at least another 2 people to do the rest of the season in the KTM.
Yeah. Come on, baby, come and join us. Join us. Join us in another ridiculous car.
Next is an Amplava.
Yeah.
And Polavsky.
I would if my Mondays wasn't that packed. Sadly, though.
Plava not racing tomorrow night, it says.
No, he changed to declined earlier, he did.
Right, we're coming down to Ravazza. 45-minute race. These two both have said Dan for the win. I'm going to say just gaming real. What I'd love to see from Daz is a send it manoeuvre into turn 1. Because he's got that inside line.
Yeah, I know. As I was keeping an eye on the back of the field. Ooh, let's...
Yeah, I think that confusion's actually been caused by cars further forward, because Bryn's side that Kishanyika looks like he's well out of position. I don't know where he is.
He's just swapped sides from left to right.
Yeah, so now Kenny's... Yeah. So that's why Bryn is out of position. Right, but we're about to be green and go. DJ Phil's also all over the place, which has now caused Bryn to get all over the place. We're green and go here, though. Dan gets a good start and immediately covers that inside line. Just gaming Real and Dennis Newman down side by side towards turn 1. They're going to back out of that. Daz breaks earlier than Dan to get that stopped in. Just gaming Real nearly collects the back of Daz automatic there, and Dennis Newman goes through. Kishanyika's going to have the run as he was all over the curbs there. Just gaming has some serious pace, says Jurassic Jam. Indeed he does. Kishanyika not the best, runs down towards Villeneuve. Here comes KLF. Breaks earlier, can't get the job done. Knows it, and Hypertech looking good. Bryn jumped DJ Phil. And Ant has got work to do in this race to make sure he gets positioned here. Phil all over the curb. Ant's going to go to the outside line of Tozer. And can he get this job done? Phil's gone very, very deep there. And that's forced Ant to go even deeper. But at the minute, it's unorthodox from Daz, from Dennis Newman. 1, 2, 3 at the moment, and Dan just starting to run away already and stretch his legs. Dennis, though, not very comfortable through Piratella, and down towards Aquaminelara they go. Just gaming Real, looking to the outside of Dennis. This would be a brave move through there. Goes very wide, and Kishanyika cannot capitalise on that.
So, just trying to find a battle. So, Nose is having a look at Kelly into the chicane.
Ooh, Dennis Newman went very wide.
Yeah, just seen that in the distance. He's gone very wide, and just gaming. He gets past him, Ben.
Yeah, I was just about to say that he somehow stayed ahead of Just Gaming, but he didn't.
Just Gaming now can look to hunt after Daz automatic. Hypertech's got in the gravel. That is it, Ravazza, and that's let everybody through. Sorry.
And Kishanyika is all over behind Just Gaming and Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis looking for a move on Just Gaming, though. He looks closer to Just Gaming than what Kishanyika looks to Dennis at the moment. The top two, though, have stretched the legs. Daz and Dan have gone.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Run away until the pit window opens.
So it's Dan
I want
from
them to
Daz,
fight.
from Just Gaming, from Dennis, from Kishenyika. KLF falling a bit behind them. He's pulling away from Noza. Ants up tapes. DJ Phil, Hypertech, and Bryn must have had a moment at Tamburello. And Dennis looking up the inside of Just Gaming. Can't get it done though. Does he squeeze the door open? Dennis now side by side. Honda versus BMW up the hill towards Piratella. They come now. And Dennis looks like he's not going to get that move done. Can he on the brakes? Looks up the inside. Oh, he hits the sausage curb. And bounces into the side of Just Gaming Real. Backs off to let Just Gaming have the place back. And Kishenyika once again couldn't capitalise.
Nice save from Just Gaming.
Very nice save. That was a nice bit of Imola drift. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there because we're not in Tokyo.
Not yet.
That was all made because Daz bounced off the sausage curb there. Daz out of control. Dennis out of control of his car, and obviously didn't intend to hit the side of Just Gaming Real there.
Dan's gone off.
Is he? Holy.
Yeah.
He has, and Daz leads this race then. So while Just Gaming Real and everybody are squabbling, Dan has made a mistake, and Dennis leads this race.
No need to thank me for the commentators curse then.
Well, we say that at the minute, but Dan's now looking each way till Sunday on the back of on the back of Dan's automatic, and Daz squeezes Dan to the grass.
Let's go.
Dan now thinks to send one up the inside. Oh, we've seen that at Monza before, and Dan bounces off the curb and cannot get it done.
Feels like we've been here before.
Yeah. Round 2, anybody?
Yeah. Ironically, still in Italy.
Well, Dan will need to get back on this. Just Gaming still got Dennis and Kishenyika right behind him. Kelly trying to gain on these boys as quick as possible. Nose is sticking with Kelly. Ant can't gain on the others. DJ Phil's got past Hypertech and Bryn. And Hypertech at the minute is trying to gain on DJ Phil. In fact, no, sorry, Phil's trying to gain on Hypertech, should I say. Might help if I read the leaderboard properly. Kishenyika, though, right on the back of Dennis and Just Gaming. Now look at these three. While Dan's making a few mistakes, these three squabbling and can't gain on Dan.
That second and a half back to the lead.
Yeah.
As I'm
The
watching
fight between them is intense.
As I'm watching the BMW versus Honda fight. As he come into the chicane, and ooh, that was a lot of curb.
A real lot of curb there. Hypertech has dropped DJ Phil with 5 minutes into this race, only on the second lap of it. And you have to say, Daz making a little error. You don't see Dan make too many errors, and that's allowed Daz to capitalise. Just Gaming dips a wheel in the gravel. And Dennis has to apply the brakes there.
Yep, I'll watch that live, and Kishenika's still not quite close enough.
He seems to really close up through the first sector, but can't stick with him into sectors 2 and 3.
Lexus power, and apparently is a team going to be running the Lexus in WEX World Endurance Championship GT3s next season, because Bahrain is the last time that we'll ever see a GTE car at full competitive speeds. Which is a shame, no more Porsche LSR. Well, what a noise. See, Ben knows what car I'm talking about.
Dennis braking on the back of Just Gaming Real there. Noser, I was just looking at, was catching Kelly, but he's gone into the gravel at Villeneuve. So that puts that one to bed.
And there you go, Kishenyika is now close.
Yeah, again, it's sector 1. Kishenyika seems to be really strong. Just Gaming very, very wide there. That'll be a track limits warning. And these three have allowed Dan to pull away yet again. And Dan's within 6/10 of Daz now. Just Gaming looks like he's struggling at the minute.
Does. It looks like he ain't got the tyres switched on yet.
And this is again, look, where Kishenyika will just start to lose his time. He's stuck with him at the moment. Dan really gaining on the back of Daz. Down into the first part of Ravazza. Dan needs to make sure he nails every bit of this lap. Daz now, we said at Monza, well, how good can he defend from Dan? It was all right.
Oh.
He's got to do it now for 38 minutes.
Dan's in the slipstream. Really in the slipstream. Gaining.
Okay. Side by side.
We're going to
Kinda.
Russell hit
Oh,
Bottas.
it was close.
Yeah,
it was
Daz
close.
really squeezed down a little bit there.
He did.
That was interesting. Kishanika and Dennis stay as they are with Just Gaming Real.
One thing we can't see with this camera angle, if someone's furiously on the flashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the biggest problem at the minute.
We
Dan-
will have a Nürburgring for our night race.
Yeah, we'll know that. We'll see at Bathurst as well, because that's the first of the different timed races. That's an early morning race at Bathurst. Dan's going to look up the inside into Piratella. Daz covers it off. Dan breaks earlier than Daz. Daz starting to defend heavy now. Did he have a little slide there towards Aquaminalari? Dan's now going to have a look, and Dan once again backs out of it. Not wanting to commit. It's a long way to go. And you don't want damage. You don't want an incident early in the race.
And meanwhile, Just Gaming was wide a bit.
And again, look, Kishanik has lost out on the back here.
Bryn's got past Phil.
Yeah, by 3.8 seconds as well. So Bryn's done that one. Dan's a little further back from Daz than what he'd have liked. Dan all over the curb there. Really riding the curves with the Audi. Oh, did he just touch the gravel a little bit there? Not sure, but either way, he's still going. And he's once again in that slipstream down towards the start straight. Dennis Newman in the slipstream of the BMW. We'll stick with Dan for now. As down towards turn one they come. Is Dan going to get his move done? No, Dan not as close to Daz this time around as he'd have wanted to be. And through Tamburello they go. Good little fight here happening for first and second, and a good little fight for third and fourth as well.
Yeah, they've dropped Kishanika. Kishanika's now at 1.4 seconds behind the battle.
I think he backed off to save tire, maybe.
Save the tyres a bit as well. And
plus, he always seems to have a better first sector, so we'll see how close he is as they come through the sector one time. 1.3, so he's not gained. You see, look, he has gained a little bit through Villeneuve. He seemed a little slidey through Tozer, though. Up towards Piratella come Dan and Daz. Daz just pulling away from Dan a little bit here, Ben.
Yeah. But not that far away.
And towards Aquaminalari. Just Gaming Real. His car looks a little more stable now. Pienda's just Gaming Reals. It looks like he's got it under control a bit.
Yeah, just peddling in, isn't it?
Kishanik is also back within a second. And Ant trying to get within a second of Noza here. Kelly kind of having his own little race. He's well ahead of Noza, and he's nowhere near Kishanika.
He's nearly in no man's land again, isn't he? Then you can just concentrate on whatever you're doing.
Well, he can at least save tires, so...
The track temp's now dropped to 28 degrees.
Yeah. So that's interesting to see that the track temp is dropping slightly as well. We hear this on the weather forecast, so that there's a bit of rain around next week, so whether we'll get that bit of rain, we'll have to wait and see. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be nice for the KTM.
0.6 off the back of Daz. Just cannot do anything about him at the minute. Just Gaming Real, half a second ahead of Dennis Newman and Kishanika. 0.8 of a second. That Lexus comes into turn 1 and 2 now. And navigates Tamburello. Nice and easy does Kishanika. Noza's lost out to Ant then somewhere, so we missed Ant getting past Noza. Hypertech down in 9th, Bryn 10th, and DJ Phil is 11th.
Dan's in front of Daz.
What happened?
I've only just jumped to him and I've noticed Dan is now in front. Did Daz make a mistake in over into Villeneuve and ran wide?
Potentially, because Just Gaming was 5.2 behind Dan, and we're on board with Just Gaming Real, and you can see Daz clear as day. So that gap is no longer 5.4. Yeah, Daz looked 2.5 behind Dan, 2.5 ahead of Just Gaming Real. So has Daz just threw away a chance here?
It looked like, yes.
Dennis Newman looking to make a move on Just Gaming Real. He's got the inside line coming into the very anti-alta. Later on the brakes, does he get it stopped? You bet you he does. Dennis Newman up to P3 at the moment.
Yeah, for the Honda.
Nice overtake.
Yep, very nice overtake. Now Just Gaming's got to attack the back of the Honda. And Kishanika will want to attack the back of the BMW.
Yeah,
yeah, he's still there.
Oh, he's having a look at the second porter of that, so he's having a look on Just Gaming. I think Just Gaming dipped a wheel into the gravel, and the pit window might actually work in the favour of bringing DJ Phil and Hypertech here, because the pit window opens in 12 seconds time. Might actually open just in time for Ants. No, potentially Noser. Yeah, I reckon that'll open for Hypertech at least. It whiz. Look, pit window open. Hypertech can box if he wants to, and Hypertech does. Takes full advantage of boxing early. What about Bryn then?
Does Bryn do the same? Get your stop out of the way, because sometimes the undercut works.
Bryn's going to carry on his way. Yeah, DJ Phil, what will he do? Is he going to box early?
In.
Yeah, Phil is in. So early pit stops now.
Stopped.
Dennis has started to pull away from Just Gaming Real.
Yeah, as the game tries to load all the render everything as a jump to Dennis.
It's just Kishanika and Just Gaming basically, but Kishanika is a bit further behind than he was before.
Dan's pulled a 3-second lead over.
Yeah, he's pulling away, isn't he? He's pulling away, Dennis, now. He's made his mistake, he's got clear of Daz, he's got into a rhythm. And he can just drive now. Daz maintaining that gap to Dennis. Kishanik a mistake at the very anti-Altet. And Just Gaming Real very wide, yeah. That'll be a warning for track limits. Hypertech has done his stop. Right then, does Dan think of pitting early? No.
He doesn't.
What about Daz? No.
So does Daz.
Dennis stays out. Just Gaming Real stays out. Kishenyika stays out. And then a bit of a jump back to Kelly.
Good pit. I would pit if I were him.
Yeah, try the undercut. He's in no man's land. Try something different. He's not good. He
does.
Ant stays out. Noser comes into the box. And what does Bryn do? The bonus for Kelly there as well is DJ Phil was on his way out the pit, so if DJ Phil got into that traffic of Kelly's now avoided that bit of traffic. Does Bryn decide to box? No, Bryn stays out once more. Half an hour left in this race, and it is Dan from Daz from Dennis. Just Gaming Real is now 2 seconds behind Dennis. He's just showing how much that BMW is struggling compared to the Honda tonight.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, I was just thinking I quite fancy some mince pies. I'm feeling hungry. Oh, Bryn hop on the curb in Tamburello again. That's not the line, sir. Oh, Dan's made a mistake again. Dan's is only a second behind.
Yeah, so Dan's had another moment then, not sure where. And Kishanika within half a second of Just Gaming Real.
Yeah, Kishanika closes in Sector 2 a lot. But then loses a bit of him in the other two sectors.
Yeah, he does. KLF and Noser are done in their pit stops. Kelly's on his way out. Dan is at Ravazza now, so Kelly should be out the pits before Dan. So does Dan pit with Noser on his way out, knowing there's a bit of traffic up front? Does Dan decide to box? No, he doesn't. He's going to stay out. Daz also stays out. Dennis Newman. One of these guys, it could be... Oh, Kishenyik has got past Just Gaming Real.
Passed.
And Just Gaming pulls in. I was just about to say what it could be. Get it stopped. Yeah, well done. It could be beneficial to try the undercut for one of these drivers. Well, Just Gaming Real is going to pull that trigger.
Pull the trigger, get in. Get back out again. Because the undercut could very well work.
It could very well work, yeah, indeed.
As you see on Just Gaming Real, that majestic Jag as he pulls in behind the Simplay safety car, Mercedes, and the Bentley.
Yeah.
Bryn boxes as well. So then, Daz. 1.4 to Dan. He's just losing a couple of tenths each lap here. And Daz, at the moment, Dan's made a couple of mistakes though tonight, so, Daz maybe, driving his race, doing his pace and waiting for Dan to make a third mistake.
Also needs to move over Dennis Newman's way. He's getting blue flags.
Daz haven't done any mistakes yet, so maybe.
Good evening to Dean Wasocki in the chat.
Yeah, Nozza needs to move over. He hasn't moved over yet.
Right, needs to get out of Dennis Newman's way then in this one. Does
With
Dan
Daz down.
decide to box? Dan stays out. Could be worth an undercut, but
Daz.
Daz stays out as well.
Dennis stays out too.
Kishanika
stays out too.
Yeah, nobody's reacting to anybody here. I'm surprised at this.
Well, maybe Kishanika thinks that he has pace, and maybe try to pull away from Just Gaming.
Ooh, that's wide, I think.
Yeah, it is very wide, and he's going to pull it into the pit lane.
Okay.
Right.
Dan's now lapping his dad.
Yeah. Now, he's got Daz right behind him as well. Now, Kelly has to get off the racing line. He stays to one side. He moves out the way. Now, the old rules of GT3s, you could play it a bit strategically.
Season 1 intensifies.
But he's not. Dan, though, has he made another mistake? Because Daz is within a couple of tenths of Dan here. 4 tenths, look.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gained a lot.
So is Dan just making a few too many mistakes tonight?
Well, the commentator's curse maybe started working. Or something else.
As I just replied to Dean in YouTube chat.
Yeah, I've just seen
didn't
Dean.
miss that.
No, you didn't miss
I
the
didn't-
move last night.
I didn't miss it. It was
Move of the season. That's a statement to say there's still 6 weeks left to go. But it was a good move. It was a good move. I will give him that. Dan and Daz both stay out. Dennis Newman stays out. Just Kishanika left to pit. He also looks like he's going to stay out. And Ant has come out just ahead of Dan and Dennis. So Dan's got another back marker to play with.
Yeah. It's quite a short lap, really, even though the lap times you wouldn't think it.
Well, straight out the way there. No messing around for Ant. Straight out the way. Ant's jumped Kelly in the pits, though.
Yes.
So, Ant having a good night of results here. Kelly now down to 7th place overall as Kelly stays wide. And Dennis Newman nearly hits the back of him as Kelly stayed off the line there.
Not very aware there was.
Dennis just seemed to brake really late and nearly plough into the rear end of Kelly.
Dan just touched the grass.
Yeah, I'm just noticing he's touching it a little bit here. Oh, Dan's gone! He's gone!
He spun!
Dan's had a spin! He's carried too much speed into the Aquaminalara. He's now got to wait there because through goes Dennis and through goes Kelly. So Dan's down to 3rd.
What happened?
Daz has spun!
Maybe
Daz has spun!
Oh, now Daz has dropped into the chicane.
You can't write
What
this!
is happening?
Kelly's wide.
What
Kishanika's
is
got past
happening?
Daz. When Dan drops it, Daz drops it. And now Kelly, he's
Kishanika
trying to
folded
move out of the
in.
way of Dan. He's now trying to move out of the way of Kishanika. And it's all
Kishanika
kicking off here.
folded
Dan's now
in.
dropped a couple of wheels in the grass. Right, Dennis doesn't pit. Dan,
My
will
God.
surely Dan will box. No,
No,
Daz
he
does.
doesn't.
Kishanika doesn't. Daz does. That could be the best move for Daz there. Right, so it's Dennis from Dan from Kishanika.
Can't believe it. A few
So-
corners.
Just gaming reels undercut could be an absolute peach.
So,
No,
why
heading
does...
towards Piratella. So,
While, I think we got the wildest lap of the season. Lap 11,
Jeez.
Imola.
Every time Daz has had an opportunity to beat Dan this season, he's then ruined it.
Ah.
Kishenyika drops a wheel in the gravel. But it is technically Dennis Newman is your race leader at the moment. And poor old Kelly,
Yeah.
he's trying to catch nose of it. Every time he got lapped by a car, they span in front of him and he had to slow down again.
you can imagine being in that
Incredible.
party right now from audio sport.
I've got 3 driver streams up at the minute. I've got Hypertex, who's got 1 track cut warning. I've got Daz, who's got none, and I've got Dan, who's got 1 as well. Kishenyika just
Dennis
losing out.
really
Sorry, go on.
Dan is really unstable now at Acqua Minerale.
Right. Daz coming
is
to the pit
away.
line. Yeah, he's not. He's just about to come off the limiter now. Here comes Just Gaming Real. I think Just Gaming Real's jumped him. On the brakes into turn one. Does Just Gaming get it done? Daz comes right across the circuit.
Whoa.
And Just Gaming gets it stuck. But wow, was that close.
That was a late move.
Dennis and Dan stay out. Kishanyika goes for the undercut.
Cool. That was doing 0 when he hit the line nearly.
Whew. Those are trying to get on the back of Kelly. Hypertech, Bryn and DJ Phil all in their own race. But Daz now closest to Just Gaming Real. And it shows how much Just Gaming Real pitting early has worked for him, because he's now, what, potentially, you know, he was behind Dennis and Kishanyika before the pits. He's now ahead of Daz. And this is good brilliant. Could be ahead of Dan and Dennis.
He could. Yeah, he could.
Maybe he put on a bad set of tyres.
Potentially so, yeah. Potentially so.
You're just saying his move was better.
We wasn't saying that move was good. We was saying that move was a little sketchy. Oh, Daz has had a moment at the Variante Alta.
He was wide.
Now, Kishanyika has just gone green. He's leaving out of his pit box. Here comes Just Gaming Real. Kishanyika can see the pit line in front of him. I think this is closer than the Daz one, you know.
It can be, because
Line
he's
there.
now on full throttle.
No, it's not. It's further.
Kishanyika's away.
Kishanyika is away.
Wow,
And
I didn't expect that.
Kishanyika now is well up front into Tamburello. And Just Gaming Real through Tamburello. He's about 4 or 5 seconds behind, I want to say.
Dennis Newman pits.
Nose has got past
And
Kelly, so
then
Kelly's had a mistake somewhere.
Now it's only Dan to pit.
He's got 8 minutes left till he pits. And Kelly's now down to 8th place. .6 was the gap just Gaming Real to Kishanyika. Daz. Every time that Audi seems to pit, potentially, every time that Audi seems to pit in Daz's hands, it never seems to come out the same car. Do you know what I mean? Like, it always seems to be struggling.
Ant needs to move. Ant finally moves out of Dan's way with the blue flag.
Was Dan held up a little bit?
Quite a bit, yes.
That plays into Dennis's hands. That plays into Kishanyika's hands. Right. Where is Kishanyika?
It
Not
was
yet at Ravazza.
He almost lost it.
Right, Dennis
has been dropped.
Yeah, Dennis is going to be pole. There's a nice Jag. There's the Simplay Merc. There's the Jaeger Motorsport Bentley.
And
there goes DJ Phil to
also
lap himself. And Kishanyika is just exiting Ravazza. Dennis Newman is pretty much off the limiter. That is job done for Dennis Newman. Could Dennis Newman be on for a win here in the Honda?
He won
Go on the Honda.
Monday night.
He did win on Monday. Won race two on Monday night.
But that wasn't in a Honda, that was in an Audi.
Yeah. But someone could stop the Audi. And that someone is Dennis. Kishanyika could be close to Dan then. So what's the gap, Kishanyika to Dennis? Okay, I think Dan's going to probably feed into the middle of that gap. Dan now boxes with 6 minutes left. And the bonus is he gets a nice clean pit entry. Doesn't have to worry about cars behind tapping him up the rear. 50-50?
50-50.
So let's say
Well, that's what I said. I was stewarded of that one.
Just Gaming's actually brought the gap down to Kishanyika and raised the gap to Daz here. So going well at the minute for Just Gaming Real in terms of getting back onto this podium.
Dan probably couldn't really see his pit box because there's a beautiful Jaguar there.
Yeah, this is the problem with this at the moment. Now, where is Dennis? At the Variante Alta. Dan's still not yet away. He's through the Variante Alta. He's coming down towards Ravazza now. You know, if you're close to Ravazza, it's going to be close on pit exit. Dennis breaks into Ravazza now. Dan's moving.
Dennis Green.
So Dan's moving. He's got a long way to go till he's off the limiter. Dennis Newman exits Ravazza. Let's go on board Dan. Dan's just been unlapped by DJ Phil. Dennis Newman is coming. He's about to cross the line. Dan's about to come off the limiter. There you see Dan emerging. Dennis Newman will lead this race.
Okay.
Kishanyika nowhere
won't be that
near.
far away.
Yeah, no, he's actually further than you think, I believe.
Yeah, he is. Maybe 2 seconds around.
So it is Dennis Newman from Unorthodox, from Kishanyika. Just Gaming Reels dropped off the back a little bit. Daz, still nowhere near. Then it's Ant, Noza, KLF. He's nowhere near Noza, so he's having a poor second race. Race 150 was okay. Race 151, not so good. Hypertex down in 9th for Bryn 10th and DJ Phil bringing up the rear. But it is the battle for the lead. Unorthodox not having it his own way this second race. He's made a few mistakes. And Dennis Newman looks like he could be the man to break Dan's run. And I'll tell you what, Dennis Newman at the minute sitting in P6, 103 points off the back. I know he's only going to claw 4 back on Dan. But my oh my, will he gain some points over Sutty, who's not here. Kelly's not having the best of nights. And he'll gain a load over Daz, who's not having, who's currently P5. Kishanyika will gain quite a few over as well. So a chance for Dennis to really hold in here. 16 and a half minutes left. Dennis Newman sitting in the box seat.
He is. Won't be bad for the Honda. Would it get a win as it happens on ACC?
Yeah, Louis Allen.
Have you?
Louis Allen.
Yeah, Louis at Hungary last
Louis
season,
at the Hungaroring, the last race of the season.
Ah, that was a beautiful win.
It was a very beautiful win. Took him 19 races.
It was a proper Colin Turkington season.
Pointsy, one could say.
Yeah. We've got our 4 names for the driver of the day. We'll get that posted in just a moment. 1.7 Dan to Dennis, but now Dan has got to hope that his tyres are in a good window because he made a fair few mistakes in that first race. First stint. And he's got to get rid of the mistakes for this second stint.
Yes.
Only time.
Daz is right on the back of Just Gaming Real into Toza.
Yeah, he is. He is indeed. So looking good at the minute. If you are Daz, trying to get a couple of places. Just Gaming, that BMW seemed to have a good start to the race, but has just died since.
Smokey, don't watch.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
In Pro.
Kishanyika's just dropped them both.
Yeah. So I think Kishanyika is out of the picture.
Oh, Just Gaming Real!
Track limits.
He's pushed the track limits. It is a drive-through penalty. Oh, your heart has to bleed because where's Ant? I think
Ant
even Kelly might get past him.
Maybe Hypertech even. Just Hypertech's.
Potentially so, and he's going to have 3 laps to get this done. And he's just pushed the track limits too much.
That's the first one. We had no. Oh, he's.
Yeah.
Daz has
Daz has hit him!
Wow. Like what?
And that might be speeding as well into pit lane. Dan is within a second of Dennis. Oh.
Well, it rains it pours for Just Gaming Real. We've had no drive-throughs all week. Dan is within a second of Dennis Newman. And Just Gaming's returned to the pits. So that is really going to hurt his race here. So Just Gaming Real, if that's gone back to the pits, that could also be a retirement. The worst thing is he's got to wait 2 minutes now, so that is going to put him down to the back of the pack. But it is all about Dan trying to catch the rear of...
I think he retired.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Here at Simplay, we encourage everyone to finish, no matter how bad of a race you're having.
Yes.
We always
It could always be worse.
Don't forget as well, if you're in the comments, let's hear from you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, the bell to be notified, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Dan, though, within 6/10 of Dennis Newman now. Dan's got a couple of laps fresher tyres than Dennis. I don't think that's going to really matter to him. The worst thing for Just Gaming Real as well is he's going to have to do his drive-through penalty when he comes back out the pits.
Yeah, because that won't serve it.
So, yeah.
Dan's right in the slipstream of the Honda.
Yeah, now we get to see how Dennis defends from unorthodox.
Dan
Dan
to the outside into
made
the
a
first
few
part of
mistakes
Tamburello.
in this second race. And round 6 of the season, he's not having it his own way. And can't get it done at Tamburello. Now he's got a chance to do it at Villeneuve this time, PM.
Yeah, he stayed behind Dennis this time into Villeneuve.
DJ Phil's back in the pits. He's driving in.
He's driving
But
in.
why?
Fuel?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Fuel.
he wants to see the same place safety car.
Or has he hit something hard and got damage?
Possibly as well.
Dan's lost a bit of time in this middle sector to Dennis here.
The Honda might be a bit better through the more twisty bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're in America, Acura.
And he lost another, like, 4/10 maybe.
Yeah, it was 3/10, it's now 7/10, and here comes Dennis into the chicane. He's got 11 minutes to hang on as Dennis. He won race 2 at GT4 around this circuit on Monday night. Can he win again here today? This is going to be the biggest question on everybody's faces. What can Dennis do?
Like, this is where the Audi's stronger. Dennis goes to the inside defensively.
Already.
But
That was an early.
Dan's not close enough.
No, and I don't think he's in that
Yeah,
slipstream enough to get
he's
it.
not.
It's slowly pulling him in, but it's only slowly pulling him in now. And Dennis then... Dennis gets through. Just Gaming Real. You need to get back out there to score some points, buddy. Otherwise that would be as a retirement. And there's be a qualifying ban for race 2 of Hungary next week.
And a track where you need to qualify because...
Oh, yeah, you do. Overtaking's tough round there.
Yeah, so it won't worth it to retire now.
Dan back within 2/10. Dan seems to have a good start straight into Sector 1. But this is where Dennis seems to gap him a little bit.
This is actually the closest battle on track. Oh, we're Just Gaming Reels left the session.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's a retirement.
If he don't come back in, but even then, that 2-minute wait. Dan's all over.
He's right on the back of this Honda now. Dan looking
He's
down
looking
towards
at
Ravazza. DJ Phil's in the pits for a long time.
Oh, Dennis defending hard. Dan's having a look down the inside for the second part.
DJ Phil's still not moving either. He's still stationary in the pits.
Dennis goes defensive
Oh, and
again.
already. Yeah, he's already trying to break the slipstream.
I don't think Dan's close enough here. I think Dennis has got this one covered again. Oh, look at that.
Look at the closing speed.
Wow,
Oh,
Dan had to
react
jink
there.
there. Didn't Dan just have to jink? It was as if that Audi just gained all of a sudden on the Honda.
Yeah, it was interesting.
That was
Do you know
weird.
what? That was like a DRS flap opening.
Yeah. Oh, Dan, that's not the fastest way. That's not the fastest way at all. He bounces over the curb. And all that hard work, he's just lost a little bit there. Is he just starting to get a little impatient?
Yeah, the Audi doesn't like the curves then.
Do you know what does
I
like
can
curbs?
tell you that.
Bentley.
Bro.
Oh, Dennis, hang
Dennis,
on!
sorry.
Big slide into Piratella.
So we're back at where we left off.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're now back, ladies and gentlemen, for round 2 And now, instead of Dan making a mistake and Daz messing up, it's now Dan making a mistake and Dennis messing up.
Coming up to that Bryn. Bryn's not looking...
And this is the bonus. Look, Bryn's not had a very good race. Not had a very good evening. But, just Gaming's retired. Bryn's got round. It's an extra point.
Yep. Well, hopefully Phil will get back out on track.
Yeah, otherwise that'll be a retirement, at least for Phil.
Yeah, and that's a qualifying ban at Hungaro Ring.
Now, Dennis, maybe slightly feeling a benefit here of a bit of slipstream from Bryn's McLaren, and only just a little bit, because look, Dan's slipstream isn't as prominent as it was before.
No, he's too far away.
Oh, I think he'd have got a little benefit there. Oh, Dennis, big moment, he's off! Oh, Bryn's had a moment as well. And he stays well off, but Dan, once again, capitalises on a mistake.
How close is Kashanika to this?
1.8.
Close enough.
Off the back of Dennis. Oh, Dennis, what could have been?
Yeah, but Dan's made mistakes in this second race. It's still on. There's still
Dan can spin again.
There's still 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, he's just bounced off the curb a little bit there, did Dan.
Kishanika's is coming then.
Kishanika's not far away either here, so yeah, Dan's got to make sure he nails everything, because he could drop down to third. He can't afford any more mistakes with 6 minutes left to go, because the problem is now, a mistake now for Dan would be catastrophic, because it's that late in the race. Has he got the time to make it back up?
Yeah. Don't know that line through Aquamina Valley. Not Aquamina Valley. Outer. Too many for turn whatever number. That's all they use now in racing. They don't call them names now.
Since Daz's pit stop, he's had no pace.
See the right fuel map?
Oh dear. He's not short of fuel, is he?
Well, he also has damage on the front end.
Yeah. That's from when he hit Just Gaming Real up the rear end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When Just Gaming Real was trying to go into the pits to service drive-through.
Now Dennis has lost a little more tenths to Dan in the final sector, and Kishanika has closed the gap a little bit in the final sector. So Kishanika looking for a P2 maybe?
I would be.
Maybe.
DJ Phil still stationary. That could be another retirement.
That's a retirement now. That's 5 laps. He's lost sitting there.
Yeah.
Right, gap to Dan 1.8, so it's come down a tenth. Gap to Dennis 1.2, so it stayed as it was. Daz not close enough to them, Ant not nowhere near Daz, Noza's nowhere near Ant, and Kelly's nowhere near Noza, and so on and so forth. It really is the closest fight between the top 3 here.
Yep. Ant's in no man's land.
Right, let's get the driver of the day poll up.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to give my driver of the day to. Already.
Phil's definitely not moving.
No movement in the pit lane, and he's about to go 5 laps down to the leader now. So that's another one he goes down. Dennis 1.7, he's took another 10th out as Dennis here on unorthodox.
And pulled a 10 from Kashanika.
Yeah. Is Dan just seeing it home? Dan struggling a little bit that he's now just going to possibly see it home for the rest of the race?
Might cause a little bit of damage as well when he launched it over the sausage curve.
Possibly so.
I'll tell you what, we've got a
he's off!
coming up, but
He's clipped it. He's clipped the gravel. He opened the gap a couple of tenths to Dennis, but it's just clipped the gravel again. Dan just struggling a little bit here.
Struggling or making it interesting? But the track temp's now down to 22, 27.
27, yeah. What is the weather for next week, actually? Let's take a look.
Well,
There is a chance to rain, and it will be cold.
Yes.
the KTM, you might actually pay dividends finally.
Yeah,
With all
according
the
to
traction control I can run in that car.
according to next Wednesday, it is sunny
It will-
intervals, 0% chance of rain, 17 degrees. So it will be cold, just
It will
dry.
be.
It'll be
It
the
is
following
already
week
cold.
when
Be done into Park where it's going to absolutely tip it down.
and
You
be like
watch.
2 degrees or something like that. It'd be
You thought it
cold.
was wet at Paul Ricard. Well,
Yeah, rivers of water run down the crane of curves into the old hairpin. Yes, get in there.
right, Dan's opened his gap back up to Dennis Newman. Kishanyika's within 1.3. It's just all stagnated, and there's there is going to be 2 laps to go. Because these guys are lapping in the 140s. So there will be 2 laps to go here. And Dan's got this one under control, you'd say.
Yeah, he has. Well, we said that earlier, and he didn't. So, I don't think we should count our chickens before they're hatched.
Oh, there you go, he's well off!
There you go.
There you
My
go!
God.
Dennis is through, Kishanyika's through! Dan's only just rejoined the track.
Damn, what did you do?
He just lost the rear. Well,
Suddenly
I take
again.
it back.
They,
As I
Actually,
said,
the
it's
Audi
not
is very
over
infamous
until
for
it's
that.
over.
Right. Now then, I didn't see at what time. Dennis crossed the line.
And now Kishanyika should be charging.
Well, he's 2.3 behind. There should be 2 laps left.
Yeah.
Dan's 3.9 behind. And Dan's got 2 track limits
My word.
cut.
And then also cut now the Acqua Minerale, the exit of Acqua Minerale.
Well, Daz is
My-
only 5
my
seconds
word.
behind. So,
Are we going to get a different winner in Pro-Am this season?
I think we might, There's 32 seconds. There will be 1 more lap. Dennis doesn't have the gap to Kishanyika to slow down.
No.
Then it's very unstable at this state.
Dennis will be making sure he hits every apex, parks it on the apex.
Then can't even take it on the track.
He's just struggled at the end of Ravazza twice there. And Daz could be coming here, One more mistake from Dan this lap, and Daz will be on the back of him.
That's to be on the podium as well, with another mistake. It was here on the exit of Villeneuve chicane. He did it. Well, previous lap. I've got the wrong teeth in.
He was extra cautious
Actually-
that time. Dipped a wheel in the gravel, but was so cautious though through there.
Tire losing pressure maybe? Oh, it
He's
was
very
heavy
sad.
Toza.
The Audi's died on him. The car has died on him, hasn't it?
Yeah, it actually can happen that the Audi just suddenly loses the rear. Like, I believe I had a lot of moments like this at Misano.
Yeah. Hypertech slows
just
down
suddenly
to let
loses-
Dennis
lose
Newman
a
lap
rear.
him. Kelly's at Ravazza, so Kelly isn't really going to be able to slow down. Dan needs to make sure he gets this to the end here.
But it's still a podium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bit far away for that.
He knows one mistake for himself, and that'll be it.
As Dennis Newman now exits Ravazza.
Yeah, Dennis Newman
And
then,
it's about
he's
the
going to
way.
stop the run of unorthodox. It is going to be Dennis Newman who will take his first race win in the GT3 season. What a drive for him. The Honda wins at Imola. Kishanyika will come home for a P2. Great drive from the Lexus. Dan is going to take that 3rd place. What a shock at the end of this one. Is Daz out of fuel?
Daz is out of fuel. Oh, he's just made it. I think he just
He's made it to the
on
line.
fuel.
4th place. He's made it to the line.
So the out of fuel jokes shall be continued.
They shall be continued.
They will
Hypertech
be.
has crossed the line P8.
Ant is like a million years behind Daz.
Yeah, we're on board Ant at the minute. He is so far back at the moment. It is unbelievable.
And I thought Ant was spaced out yesterday after a while.
And the big one, no points for DJ Phil. No points for Just Gaming Real. So Ant will come across for P5. Noza will finish P6. Bryn has already finished in this one, so Noza crosses the line now.
And the last
Kelly
person on the lead lap
is P7. Well, Bentley still keep hold. Bentley keep hold of their manufacturer's lead at the moment by 10 points.
And we have Overtaker tomorrow.
And we have Overtaker and Ripper tomorrow. Right. So, that is race 1. That is qualifying. That is race 2. Hopefully Dan joins us in the commentary box, because that was a fantastic end to the race. PN, though, driver of the day and final thoughts.
Driver of the day, Kishanika. Brilliant drive by him in the Lexus. Final thoughts? Well, we've got Pro tomorrow. Join me and Dan in the commentary box, and with terrible camera angles. Apologies still, but never know, they might be fixed tomorrow.
It might be.
I'm not holding my breath.
Hypertech, final thoughts from yourself. Ben, final thoughts from yourself and driver of the day.
Driver of the day, I will go with Kishanika too, because 2 solid P2s with the Lexus. He did a great job. Yeah. And yeah, Pro is going to happen tomorrow, and we will have a Bentley.
You will have at least one Bentley.
But not yours.
Right.
So...
I'm going to go the way of Kishanika as well. 2 second place, a solid night for him. So he gets the commentator's driver of the day. He is going to get tied driver of the day by the fans' vote. The fans vote for Dennis Newman. Oh no, late vote for Kishanika at the end. Nicks it. So Kishanika gets the fans' driver of the day. Excuse me. But Bentley. You what, sorry?
I just said Hungarian stuff to Shani.
Here we are. Bentley. 600 points. Audi, 590. 10 points separated. McLaren P3, Ferrari off 4th. They're in a close title-up battle. Honda P5, they'll gain a lot of points today as they take the race win. Lexus P6 with Porsche P7. Aston Martin in 8th with Jaguar 9th. BMW 10th. Mercedes 11th. And Nissan P12. Drivers' Championship looks like this. Dan still has 67 points over Daz. Luckily enough, he didn't drop it again to get behind Daz. Kishanika 74 points behind his P3. Kelly stays P4. He's only 5 points clear of Dennis Newman, who is now up into P5. Ant moves into 6th with Noza 7th. Sutty's down in 8th. I mean, DJ Phil's just typing the same message everywhere, and I've just seen it come up in the chat. He's put it in the Discord, and he's now texted me. Phil, if you are listening to the stream, for the Discord, for the Stewards chat only, in the ticket you've been involved in, you don't need to send it to every single person. Skunovic is P9, Hypertech is P10, Bryn is P11, Shoemaker in P12. Just Gaming Real tied with DJ Phil on 13th and 14th, Ginger Bush 15th, Lucas Roth 16th, Monkey Boy 17th, Leo Fernie, and then Max Mulder. Constructors, 148 points is the gap. Audio Sport lead from KD Racing. Greasy Bandit are just behind them. Switchback Racing Team P4. Worst Case Scenario 5th. Dynaco Racing P6. And the Barry the Cat Racing Team P7. We are joined by Dan, who probably celebrated race 1 too hard, because that Audi did not look the same car in race 2, Dan.
No, it was the same.
Driver. So what you're telling us is driver error.
No. No, I think everything is pressures again. For some reason, when I go to strategy 2, it's not bringing up the correct pressures. So tyres again were low pressures towards the end, and by the end of it, the Audi wanted to kill me. So
yeah, it just looked like every time you seemed to turn a corner, the rear just wanted to overtake you.
Yeah, I don't know, just lack of concentration, not enough practice, you know. And I just wanted to carry on what we did on GT4s, you know, win race 1 and finish 3rd in race 2. So, you know, and Dennis winning race 2. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, you know. You can't win them all. And I just made one silly little error in a corner that I was taking fine every single lap, and yeah, my loss is Dennis's gain and Kashanyika as well. So fair play to them. They did well tonight, and they kept me honest all night.
Well, we was having a fantastic laugh because every time before you pitted, every time you seemed to have a moment, Daz took the lead and then seemed to do the same thing and have a moment himself. It was a case of every time you dropped it, he dropped it. But unfortunately for you, Dennis didn't repeat that same action.
No, you could see the Audi was clearly 1 lap fastest, but the Honda seemed to be better overall. It was a lot more stable, I got to give him that, and he was just, like he said in the Discord, he just put in the hard work and practice in the GT4s, and it's paid off in the race, so in GT3s as well. So, like I said, take my hats off to Dennis, he's done a fantastic job, and sometimes being the fastest isn't the main thing. It's on being on track, being consistent, and pumping in the lap times when you need to. So, yeah, I mean, that's similar. When you get it wrong, it bites you hard, and it bit me quite hard in that second race.
It did indeed. One thing though to mention, we go to Hungary next week. Audi looking good there. What do you think you can do?
I think the Audi's all-round good car anywhere, to be honest. I think it'll be suited no matter what. It might struggle a little bit, but yeah, I think the Honda should be strong, as should the Ferrari. I think should be strong. But yeah, I think the Audi is pretty much suited everywhere, other than high-speed circuits like Monza and stuff like that. I think it might have a little bit of a disadvantage, but Hungaroring, you put it on pole, it's the track you can't overtake on. So yeah, just take it as they come.
See what we can do. You've still done the job. You've increased your gap over Daz. Yes, Kashanyika and Dennis gained on you a little bit, but job done overall tonight. Happy with your night's performance?
Yeah, always happy. Just enjoying racing, having fun, and like I said to most of the guys, I do feel gutted that I'm not racing in pro, but I feel like I'm giving these boys a chance to try and chase after and fight for what they could be fighting for in pro. It's not going to be as easy as they may think it is, because pro is a completely different level of racing. So yeah, I just enjoy my racing at the minute.
Good to see. Well, Dan, we'll see you back out on the track on Monday night for the GT4s. If you want to hear more from Dan on Orthodubs himself, he'll be back in the commentary box tomorrow night, 8 p.m. BST time for the Pro Series, where it is going to be an absolute crackerjack there around the Imola circuit again. We hope the cameras will be working for you guys tomorrow evening. We hope that they're working well, tirelessly working to get these fixed as soon as possible. We are still putting on the entertaining shows for you guys, the viewers, so don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, the bell to be notified, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We appreciate everything you guys in the chat and watching do, and thank you for sticking with us while the cameras just don't want to play ball at the moment. Though that is all we have time for tonight. Thank you to Pierre and Ben for joining me in the commentary box.
My pleasure, as always.
And Ben, very best of luck to you tomorrow night on the circuit. But from all of us here at Simplay Motorsport, we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Goodbye.
Good night.
We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Goodbye. Goodbye. And we're clear.
And for my stream, that is it from me. Another pointsy night again. And we will see you on...
2 months' time for Christmas.
Monday.
Yes.
Shut up. Monday night. Maybe another stream on the weekend. I don't know. But yeah, possibly another stream. But yeah, well done to Dennis tonight. He deserved it. And we'll see you in the GT4s. See y'all later. Shut up, Matt, before you say anything, because I know what you're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Thanks.
You love a scrotum.
DJ Phil has put that fucking post everywhere.
He messaged it to me on PSN as well.
Oh, he's messaged it you as well?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. What an idiot. What the fuck?
He's not even put it in the ticket.
No.
I came into the pets because my mum was calling me to go out dog walking.
Really?
It's not really a good enough excuse.
How old are you, Phil?
Just pooed myself.
Hello?
Hello.
Alright, see you in the morning, bud.
30 seconds.
Bye. Love you. Love you.
By the way,
Yeah.
does Daz want to give me racing room or what?
No.
Yeah. We said
That's
this
the way
in
he's
comms, you
always
know.
right.
What the fuck, man?
He was not really a car's width, wasn't it?
Never was. They never, like, turn up to turn 1, he just refused to allow me to have racing room. He moved too much. And then it screwed him. Again. Oh, man.
Well done, Dan.
Thanks. Not bad considering I had, like, no practice or testing. I just found a setup and threw it together.
I'm just gonna find what
DJ
Daz
Phil,
is
why have I been tied in here? My car is in the pits. Hello for pets. I don't know it was a room. I went back into the pets.
saying. Yeah, but you're not really running in the race. Therefore, you've retired. I'm just gonna find out what Daz has to say. This is funny. Right. Speak in a bit.
In a bit.